Hello everyone, and welcome to Failed Save. My name is Vince Casto, and I'm ready for the consequences of this campaign. This is episode 9 of our campaign, and is titled 6 and 1. This show utilizes the D&D 5e game system in my homebrew world of Boros, and is completed by a wonderful cast of adventurers. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Gina, and tonight I'm going to be playing Poppy, the Fire Genasi Artificer, and we both use she/her pronouns.
Hi. Yeah, welcome.
I know! We had a lot of time to practice.
Hi, I'm Maria Agar. I'm playing Kai, your changeling bard. I believe the last time I checked the Vegas books, the odds are 6 to 1 that I'm the one that's going to die. Oh. Yeah, that's our little trick for today. You got to say what your odds are.
The better part of 6 to 1.
Better part.
Better part of the 6 to 1. Well, chance.
A ninth.
It sounds like a ninth, but we're not. Hi, I'm Anthony Carboni, and tonight I will be playing Klulik, an Aarakocra monk. We are both he, him. And Vince, why don't you just give us all, we're going to level up right at the beginning of the episode, right? I'm just going to get like one level.
Just one level.
Because if I could get just
nice.
like one level, that'd be dope for me.
But no.
Okay.
And I'm
so
Xander
sorry.
Genre. Playing Kettle, your barbarian detective puddle. We use he, him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Sage Ryan, and tonight I am playing Dazzle, your fallen Aasimar Sorlock, and I would like you all to know that when I asked for the title of this episode, Vince said 6 and 9.
Nice.
Listen,
And then we went, I'm sorry, what? And he said,
Are you sure?
6 and 1.
I came in here like a bat out of hell with apparently other shit on my mind.
Obviously.
No,
The odds are not what was on his mind.
If you want this episode to be about that,
we're good.
Oh, I know you're good for it.
We're
I know you're
good.
good for it.
Just felt like I would use my intro for that. We both use she, her pronouns. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kaylee Bryan, playing Ella Britt, your Turtle Death Cleric, and both of us use she/her pronouns. And here's hoping it's not me that's dead, otherwise all y'all are in big trouble.
That's true.
never know.
Actually, yeah. I'd have to sleep first. You bring people back to life?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can't right
What do you
now,
have?
though. Revivify.
Do you really? Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I got Revivify.
Anyway.
But I don't have a 3rd level spell slot. Oh, no, I do. We're fine. We're fine, everybody. We're good.
Wait, no!
Fine.
Turning into a car is a 3rd level. No.
oh yeah, you're still a car.
still
right
a
now.
car.
No, I uncard. Didn't I?
You uncard, yes, you're uncard. You're also currently incarcerated by Dew Springbloom.
Oh,
We'll get to that in a moment.
That could have been the
Remember
last episode.
that you at home have a deadly amount of power over our story. We have a series of donation tiers allowing you to do everything from banking up rerolls, making anyone or anything except for a player character dead, the thematic interpretation of which
Make it dead.
the thematic interpretation of which will vary from scene to scene.
Make it
Like
sound
emotionally
like the TikTok
dead.
thing of saying unalive.
Yeah.
And I tried to make a dead.
Make it dead.
Kicking off
Make it dead is
a-
the vibe of Sage's
Kicking
entire
off
house.
The Office style confessional cam. Kicking off a death rehearsal, wherein a player of your choice can live out a little of how they'd want to spend their final day in Boros, and how they'd like to be sent off if it came to that.
What is the
I
energy?
get to plan my own funeral.
Whoa!
And
I got
finally,
it. It's fun.
and finally, you can spawn the Guy of Death, who will get a little stronger on each appearance.
Dun, 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 dun.
Didn't Alex's character beat him?
Yeah, I thought we
He
killed the
always
guy.
comes back. I
It's a
always come back.
Guy.
And if we hit our goal tonight, we will show you all a little pre-recorded prologue of Failed Save, detailing one of the earliest escapades of Dazzle and Chirp and how they came to be such close friends.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, it was Chirp on that adventure.
It
Who
was.
is Chirp?
Aw.
But for now,
I don't know.
it's
I've
time
never
for a
met him.
story. Oh, that's true. You have no idea who that is.
I'll tell you,
her.
he was a suave professional criminal.
So what the fuck word am I stuck with?
Our last episode saw our heroes swallowed bodily by the Rose Beast and schlorped into the Rose Beast rave.
Yep.
The party, in all its varied forms of debauchery, ensued from there. Detail not required for the purposes of this. That said, the party continued, our heroes finding themselves exploring the floor, and before long, encountering an odd elven man identifying himself as Ivelios, played by our friend Alex Ward in the last episode. Wonderful bean. The odd fellow joined our party before they were confronted by Dew Springbloom, who who admitted that he had taken Poppy as collateral should they choose to misbehave at the rave, and would return her safely upon their exit. Though, that said, they saw no clear way out. Evelios, in fact, tried to open a portal out of the Rose Beast, but found that it still led just to another odd place within the Spring Wild, as escape would not be quite that easy. They found themselves in almost a pocket dimension, where following a hallway and moving through a crowd of dazed and crazed admirers, they found all those people accosting our young friend Urf, the Druid of Spring, also known apparently according to Evelios as the Aspect of Spring, who had now been seeing a little bit too much of the rave for his own taste. Our heroes rescued him and took him back with them as they eventually made their way back to Boros, reappearing in an area they had not seen before, couldn't clearly identify, but was certainly of the material world. Not before, of course, a massive angel of death in the form of Guy appeared to try to kill Evelios, who then one-shotted Guy and ended that scene very quickly.
Yeah. We love Evelios in this house.
Evelios killed death with one shot, man.
Yes.
I love it.
However, that brings us to, before we dive in to the narrative proper, to a few remarks about tonight. Death, to some, is the end. Not detracting at all from the beauty of life, but simply the period at the finish of a well-told story. To others, it is a transition, merely from one chapter to the next, no one story any less valuable than the one before or the one to come, but each an opportunity to live a new life, to change. No matter one's views, to all, death has an unshakable stain of tragedy, of loss. Perhaps the loss of one before their time, before they were willing, or before it was fair. Yet for many, it is also an opportunity to celebrate the life that was lived, to remember those who have gone as they were, and for the indelible marks they left behind on us. Tonight's story will be of a death, though our heroes do not know this, and will be played by their performers with no expectation of danger or threat, which those players might be privy to. Last week, I rolled a d6 that corresponds to a chair at this table, the consequence of which would resolve in tonight's episode. Thus, I wish to stress, for you at home, no one here is safe.
Thank you.
Your fate has been decided by the chair you find yourself in now,
I mixed up the chairs.
and the roll of a die. As we get into our adventure for this evening, I offer a caution to our viewers and to our players. One must be open to the possibility of change. Sometimes familiar faces fade and new ones take their place. Sometimes 300 Travers worth of diamond can make all the difference, and sometimes it never would have mattered.
500? 500?
Sometimes the one leaving us has been with us for precious little time, and sometimes they've been with us since the beginning. No matter what happens, that change will be the catalyst for so much more.
Okay, but is the death bigger than a bread box?
Love this.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I love
so
excited.
I don't know if I can say
Friday
this,
game.
but like if I die, don't bring me back.
You always say that. You always say
I know. I'm
that.
really excited.
Kai has a current DNR.
Yeah.
This is a murder mystery that none of us know we're playing.
Do not revivify.
The mystery.
Don't bring me back.
There's
Sorry,
no
it's on
I
the
need
nerve.
it's on my
Tell
necklace.
a
Did you
story.
fuck up my diamond?
We'll see. You
It
find
was,
yourselves.
it was a light that we took apart.
You find yourselves in the wood, having just emerged from the Feywild, sans your friend Poppy, who has still not appeared. As you find your way around, feel about, looking for any indication of direction of where to go, and spot the smoke in the distance overhead, which you had started to make your way towards, the town unmistakably on the horizon. You are aware by the position of the sun, it is 9 a.m. Suddenly, you hear a tearing, disquietingly wet in its timber, and witness as an oak next to you descends upon and it spells a half-unconscious Poppy onto the ground.
Poppy. Oh my God.
Hank.
Clulick immediately runs over. Poppy, are you okay?
I think I'm okay.
What happened?
Yes?
You just got born from a tree.
Are you a baby?
Can you cut this
Yes.
for me? Thank you. Oh.
Poppy, what happened?
They put me in a room with very loud music.
Okay.
we were in
So
that.
far,
Yeah, we were there.
same as us.
Oh, did they also give you like a luge of liquor?
They attempted,
They tried.
but we were
wow.
stalwart.
Well, was there a guard doing a silly dance?
Everybody was doing a silly dance.
I'm still a little
I-
drunk.
I don't think it was very different.
Huh.
Okay, but we
Is
didn't
it
end
almost
up in a
over?
tree. Was there lots of knives?
It's a good question. In fact, as this conversation ensues and Poppy is rejoining the group,
I'm so glad you're safe.
Ivelios perks up and says, almost to himself, to no one in particular, they themselves, my ride, and runs over and dives into the tree
Wait,
and is swallowed by the oak.
I love them.
Who was that?
My
Evelios.
husband.
We love them.
That was Evelios.
Bright outside.
Why is it always brighter and earlier than you think when you leave one of these
know.
parties?
Yeah.
I expected it to be night still.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you okay?
I think so.
Dew said that he had you like captured and imprisoned. And...
Yes, it's not my first time being
Yes.
in prisons.
What? We gloriously won in combat versus the dreaded Dew Springbloom.
You did.
Remains to be seen, but yeah.
That's exciting.
You've been in other prisons?
Yes. Oh, they really like to put people in prisons. It's very funny for them.
Huh.
Yes, sometimes you spill something, or you steal something, or you run over something with your feet.
I'll tell you what. They like. Thank you. Well, number one, thank you for specifying.
Yeah.
We have to now.
I know.
We have the first call.
Now you're very first one.
But number two, I mean, they'll put you in prison for just about anything here.
All I
too.
did was walk into a rose.
Oh.
Your
We've been to a lot of
conversation
prisons,
is
but not for anything like
interrupted
that.
by a rumbling in the ground. As,
Whoa.
I should say no, that's incorrect.
Oh.
I retract that. The ground does
The
not
ground
rumble.
fine to everybody?
It's incredibly fine right here.
It was like a little earthquake, but not important to the plot.
It was a rumble and it
It's like
stopped.
and more of a.
However, you see,
I look and I see a thick horse riding off into the distance.
you see a shadow cover you all,
Oh shit.
and descending from above is the thick guy of death, who, as you know, inflated his donk to escape at the end of the last
right.
episode.
Right.
He's now
I missed a lot.
he's now losing air
You're
fast.
basically up to speed.
Okay.
And is descending back upon you. He lands and rears up in his entire great height, pushing 8-9 feet, and looks upon you all. Okay, fuckers!
Have time
Round
for that.
2!
Shatter.
Roll it. Was it me? Do I roll?
Yeah.
That is a con
Constitution.
save. That was a nat 1.
Yeah!
So I'm gonna guess no.
Yeah, not so much.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's not great
perfect.
damage.
What is-
15.
Okay, describe how that goes off.
You know what? A little rumble begins under the ground.
Oh, there it is!
It's back.
There we go. Yep. And I go, oh, that's where I drop that, and I pick it up out of the ground, and I blow it. And I blow just energy, rumbly energy at his
Ow.
giant donk, and it hits donk first.
In the
and
donk?
Yeah.
That's
and
the
shatters
source of
like
his
when
power.
the Hulk jumps onto concrete
Yeah.
and like shatters under it, he shatters donk first.
That's a called shot. All
Yeah.
right. Wow.
First.
I mean, the donk does shatter, like losing
Don't do shatter.
It would be that way.
losing heft by the second. But the guy of death is still alive, and in fact, he's going to point to Poppy. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. What's up there?
And say, "You, it's your turn, baby."
What?
Does a 15 hit?
Probably not.
Oh,
No, not even close.
It's only my first spawning. I'm kind of weak. Whoops.
You missed.
I can't quite see you. You're the.
I
you're
can't
in the
quite
sun.
see you either. Your butt is in the way.
Oh shoot, that must be it.
Klulik is going to pop off his astral visage
Pop
and
off,
arms,
King.
which means immediately Guy is going to take some damage.
Roll it.
So you've got to roll a dex save, actually, a 15.
Uh-oh.
Here's what we're gonna do.
That was a 14.
Okay, so that's going to hit. So that's 11 damage.
Ow! That was all spectral arms. That was the astral arms.
It's basically the energy of the summoning of it.
Okay. You know, I'll say right there, Are you aiming for Donk as well or somewhere else? Has Donk had enough?
Come on.
I mean, I can't really aim it.
He's weak in the Donk.
I mean,
You can aim. You can't aim Shatter either. You go for it.
I mean, look.
And Shatter.
Yes, of
Aim
course.
Shatter.
I think Shatter can be aimed.
That's for sure an aim.
But this is an area of effect thing.
Okay.
But I'll aim it.
The
So-
Center your area.
I'm gonna center the area straight on the donk.
Thank you.
I appreciate the Shatter was very pinpoint focused, and the literal fist is just general.
Why?
You have to hear what you're saying.
No, I refuse
You're-
to.
No, you. That's.
I refuse to self-reflect.
Honestly, let's change the title back.
However, you do aim for the general area of Donk,
A general donk area.
and the fist makes contact.
Yo!
However, it is.
Say more ways.
The fist is sufficient to deal the final amount of damage to entirely destroy Donk, and you see the ripples echo up as your hands
it's
travel
really only
further.
damaging if he's resistant to it. You know what I mean? Go on.
What? As the fists travel further throughout his body and shatter his form before you, he does not float away this time. He melts into the earth with a, I'm gonna be back because they already got another one. Just hold on for a little bit.
Thank you.
Hey,
Who was that?
well, I guess it's the aspect of death now, and it's
Aspect.
disappointing every time.
What is the aspect of death?
And why is it haunting us?
That's a great question.
I don't know. I think Cavelios brought it on.
Cursed.
That sounds right.
Is that the person that just jumped into the bushes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the person who jumped inside of the tree and was consumed
The
by
tree
it,
where-
calling it their ride.
Yeah, the tree that you were born out of, he returned to, and I guess
They
it's a
returned to.
metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
Also, and
Cool.
also part of it was that weird deck that you had. That
Still
deck of
got it.
cards. Do you
And I
still have
shuffle the
it?
cards.
You have a present?
Yeah, you want to see a card?
I do.
I would like to do a card trick.
I
Yeah.
have
My
been
friend
so
Kai. Or
lonely
Bob.
from the last.
Excuse me?
How many hours has it been?
Well,
Who
now,
knows?
hey,
Oh, I guess that's a good point.
I'm just saying, if you do tricks with cards and then death shows up, do we want to keep doing tricks with cards?
It was
Those
one
have to
time.
be
One time.
unrelated.
How did the trick work out? Let's see this.
Fine.
Well,
Correlation is not
can I
causation.
roll for it?
Yeah, roll performance.
Science, baby.
Or
You're
slide
the
the hand, but
detective.
Or what?
I'm assuming performance is better for you.
Oh my god. Natural 19
Damn!
plus $1 million. Look, I never took off our little bonus that we were supposed to only have for a little bit.
Oh yeah, you don't have that.
You don't. I don't hear you saying
I'll do
that.
math. I'll do math in my own damn head.
Nah, it's cool. Because that would make my
25.
performance a 37.
Wow!
That wasn't.
I'm not taking.
Plus 18.
It's a plus 18. I'm a bard!
Holy, dude.
You only got like an extra +5 from that bonus, didn't you?
Yeah. I would normally have a plus 13.
You still got a 32.
What the hell part of I'm a bard? Did you
This-
not understand?
No, it's not okay though. That
It
was
doesn't really
ridiculous.
come up here.
Oh my god, you don't perform nearly enough.
The bardier parts are just kind of not really coming up.
Yeah,
We've
so
been a
then-
little busy.
I mean,
Describe
the
that-
bardier parts are.
They're happening
My
right now.
bardier parts
I've
are
been so busy.
a specific kind of
Describe that
performance.
beautiful 32 of a trick for us.
I don't like that you're doing the. You know what? You have to do the math the whole time because I'm not
I'll do
changing
it.
my sheet.
I'll do it. I'll do
Cool.
it. I'll happily.
Can you wait? Do you have the deck? Because you can do
yeah.
magician shuffles. Because you're.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Do the fancy.
Yes, be
do
kind.
The
Do
fancy
it.
magic
Okay,
stuff.
so
Show me a
these cards are
trick.
so big though.
Yeah.
And one of these.
Gonna
Can you
kill
do
us,
it?
entertain us.
Wait,
first.
wait. Can you do it above your DM screen?
Oh yeah.
You've got a hand double like
There!
Now that's how we picked them.
She kills it. She kills it.
Yay! I do
Somehow
that.
both of these are insta kills. However, all the cards as you see them flit by are blank,
Oh, okay.
completely blank, because we're not doing that tier this week.
No problem.
But I continue with the trick, thinking it's gonna do something like pick a card.
I like. Okay, I have a card.
I look around to see what magical bullshit happens,
Oh,
Nothing
and
takes
then I
place.
peek at the card.
Don't. You cannot be.
Oh, sorry, I forgot how magic works.
You also realize it's blank on the front.
Yes, I know. But I don't know how this card works.
No.
Okay, that was a good trick.
Yay!
Thank you.
I mean, it was 32. We're all very impressed.
Okay.
I guess you're right. I guess the death showing up meant nothing.
It was completely unrelated.
I feel a lot better now.
Or
Can
maybe
I-
you're good
wait,
luck.
That's so Guys, wait. Okay, I do have one question.
Sure.
Where are we?
That's a great question.
Am I still in the Feywild?
No.
Are we on
No.
the material plane?
We're not in the Feywild.
We're in the
You
south.
all know that
What?
much.
Yeah.
We're in Boros, right?
Yeah.
Anybody can certainly roll to take in the topography and see if you can pin that down
Leave
further.
this to the detective.
Go, Ron.
Can I
Yeah.
assist him? So he
Sure,
has
you can roll
advantage?
perception or history with advantage.
Hmm.
I have a special die today.
At this point, go look that way.
Aha.
We have some
Yeah.
rerolls as well.
A 19.
Nice!
Thank you.
What'd you roll? As in, like, history or perception?
Perception.
Okay. Sorry. I love it so much. I'd say that, yeah. So taking in the space around you based on the...
You see his finger sort of becomes a magnifying glass of water as he sort of looks around at the surroundings.
Based on the season and on the topography, the types of trees and shrubs and flowers growing here, the climate, the way that you can see a few of the stars still peeking through the daylight sky, you're roughly placing yourself somewhere in Tareve, possibly in the south of Tareve, but you could not factor it closer than that.
We're in the south of Tareve.
Haven't you only been alive for like 3 weeks?
This is what I do, buddy. I find the truth.
What a good detective.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
I have 2 purposes.
I've lost a little bit of the plot here. What are
Oh.
we doing now?
I believe you're walking and talking.
No,
But where?
what was that?
We've
Wait,
been
so
hollowing
we-
the trail
So
of
we
the
left.
spring.
Are we
court.
searching for the Scion, or are we going to the Orc? What was the? What did we
We're too.
decide to do?
I mean, we are too far away from the orc meetup now.
Right,
I think
so-
we're closer to the Scion.
But we don't.
But
But
we
we
don't
don't know
know where
when
the
the Scion's
Scion
going to
is.
be there.
No, but we were told that we were
We
going to
had-
get spit out somewhere that the Scion is going to be, but we just don't know when the
When?
Scion's going to be there.
But we're not there now. We're gonna go there at the time.
I should clarify that
Yeah.
has how that works. When the Scion arrives, a door will open in
we
front
can
of you,
enter.
and you can then choose to go through to where the Scion is at that time.
So, we're
we just
somewhere
got-
totally
We
useless.
just got spat
Yes.
out anywhere, and the two places that we wanted to go was to go to the Orc meetup or go north to.
Gr-
No, that's Orc.
Gestalt.
Gestalt is Orc.
Gestalt.
Para.
But then the north one was
Pomegranate.
Or Pumungunsk, but that's fine.
If you had let me scroll up, I would have gotten that.
So wait a minute. Isn't Tareve like across the ocean from that?
Yes,
Or-
we're
No,
far.
no, you've
No,
been
no,
in
no.
Tareve the whole
okay.
campaign.
All right.
We're not far.
All right.
Wait.
So I will say, in the south of Tareve, that is where Gestalt is.
Yeah.
You don't know where in the south you are. Pumungunsk is on the other side of the continent entirely in the northwest.
Yeah, that I knew we were far away from, so we
So-
could figure out. Hey,
We could go to the orc meeting.
Great.
That is where I said I would be. I think he's catching up to me. I'm very tired.
Oh.
Are you hungry, sweetheart? Do you need a little
Yes,
something? All right,
I'm
here you
very
go.
hungry.
Thank
What?
you.
We've also
we
been
all
through a lot.
go to bed.
Yeah, we could take a little nappy poop.
I'm perfectly happy.
I
to
could take a
rest.
nap.
I feel
How
like this
long
is
would
gonna
you like
mess
to
up my
rest for?
entire sleep
I
schedule.
hate when he asks a question like that. Oh my god.
Oh, there's no
I
reason why
do
burning
it-
time would be a problem.
Does
Yeah,
Pretty
I can't
Pretty
imagine.
Bang Bang have a autopilot?
Oh yeah, where's the car?
The car is currently non-operational.
It's folded up and out of commission.
Look, why don't we rest? I'll make my bubble. We can rest in there, and I can work on the car. And
I can.
between, yeah,
Oh,
you
I'll
take a
take
nap
a-
first, and then
thank you.
you'll relieve me on that.
I just feel like
Okay.
if I go to sleep now, I'm gonna be on this nighttime schedule, and it's gonna be impossible to get back.
You gotta have the
long-
nighttime
Just
schedule.
throw a blanket over you again
What
if
are
you
you
needed to reset it.
That's just
A
that
what?
doesn't work.
Do what?
Nothing. It's a joke. It doesn't work. It's not.
How long?
Kai screams.
Doesn't wake him.
No, you got the
Never
blanket.
does.
How long would you like to rest for?
I would like a long rest.
Is that possible?
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Oh jeez.
It's up to.
We have no
You-
reason.
We
I
don't
know,
know.
we
We
don't
have
know.
no reason
That's
not
true,
to.
that's true.
It would be 8 hours.
Yeah.
You can certainly take your long rest.
Let's do
Here's
it.
I don't
my
sleep.
thing. I would like more than one spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna take a
let's
long
do
rest.
it.
We
I
have a
got
long
my
night.
stuff back.
It
Go
feels
for it.
just got back from the Feywild and a crazy or a wild rave. I think that
You need to
I
sleep
was
it
in-
off
I was
We would-
imprisoned.
and rehydrate.
I'm not stopping you.
logically we would.
But
take
you
a long
are.
rest.
No.
You're doing it with your
We're-
voice.
it's
I'm
totally
already.
fine.
I'm already resting, and it feels like I'm doing it for 8 hours.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't sleep.
Yeah.
I'll take
You're,
it.
How do you
you're on
replenish
watch.
your spells?
But you still have to like
I
stop
have to
moving.
rest, but
Yeah,
I
you
will
have
be
to be
awake.
out of commish.
Yes. But I'll be awake. I'll be watching.
Okay, how about this? Let's work on the car, and if we don't get it fixed in like a roll or two, then we go to bed.
But I still would like to go to bed.
Yes, yes,
Just
but then
take a rest,
Dazzle
sweetheart.
can drive and we can take backsies.
You're,
Okay,
you're
sure.
lucky Clulick is asleep.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah,
Let's
I can
resolve
drive.
it.
Okay.
Great. So you want to work on the car first?
Yes.
Awesome.
We're taking our 1 and 2 and then going.
Indeed, you can unfurl, recreate the vehicle out of its little condensed suitcase form. Now, of course, this being a vehicle devised by the Tabaxi Silver of Word in the Kalangua, the machinery herein is not completely alien to you, but is
Yes.
beyond anything you've worked on before.
Yes.
Very complex. Let's get a roll to see how well you can get into your mechanic zone there.
I used my last bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
And that's 8, right?
Out of stuff. Yes.
Nobody ever gets to sleep in Bullrose.
I'm just so excited to drive.
And you get to, you have advantage on that D8, like the D8, so you can roll
Great.
it twice and take the higher number.
What skill would I be using?
Auto repair.
I'd say, do you have any sorts of
I
like
have tinker tools, I have
Yes,
lots of
that'll be that.
It's less a skill and
I
more a
don't know.
trade.
It's my first time really with tools. How did we did it once, but how
Yeah,
does it
so
work
most sets of
mechanically?
tools will typically have an associated stat that you use them with, and you'd add proficiency because you're proficient with the tools. So I'm not sure what that.
Usually with Tinker's tools for artificers, it's either dexterity or intelligence. I think that depends on the player and the GM. I think,
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as like
You
home
are
tools.
int based
Yes.
as an artificer, so I'd let you use that if you'd like to.
Okay. Yes. This probably yeah. Yeah.
This feels
Figuring
like
out.
yes, this is a
how
more
the tech
intelligent
works.
act than a dexterous one.
Let's fucking go.
Huh?
I mean, you could roll the 7 again and see if you get an 8.
22 plus 7.
29.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
You look up and see a Jiffy Lube.
22.
Wow, she built that whole
Or
thing.
whoever
wait,
sponsors
Hold
us.
on. That's,
Hang on, I
that's,
lied.
It's much higher than that.
I lied. 18 plus 4 plus 7.
22, 29.
So it's
29.
25.
30.
It's 25 on the dice, plus your int, which is 29, plus your proficiency.
So 30, whoa, 34,
for me.
33?
30.
Low 30s.
Enough.
Low 30.
Yes, let's not belabor
31.
on the point.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Low 30s.
I'll learn it.
Hell
Are
of
you
a
good? You good?
hell of a roll. Hell of a roll.
No. 33.
Yes.
No, you had to hit a 32, so
33.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no unleaded for miles. No. I'd say with that, you
like, that's the
certainly
best
can, in the space of about an hour, get the car back to a workable condition. It is drivable, for sure.
Okay. In an hour?
Yes, over the course of an hour.
Okay.
You could never be 100% sure if everything is perfect in the vehicle, but it will certainly run.
Okay. That's perfect.
I know. With no knowledge of how it works, which is why it is now working. But you never know. You never do know. However, it runs. It's not making any weird noises. That's the important point.
This is exciting.
Not that we would know if it
I
was.
get to
We've only
upgrade
been in
my
a car
tent.
once.
All the noises are weird.
Right? Make it bigger than just a one-person tent. I'm getting very good at this.
I'll say that Kettle has curled up next to Klulik, and because of the blanket, it sort of absorbed some of Kettle, so it looks like Klulik's been drooling while sleeping.
Gross. 6. So the rest
He's
of
also been
you
drooling.
Yeah.
are all spending 8 hours to rest.
I'll take a long rest.
In the
might as
car while we
well.
drive?
The intent was after the hour, Dazzle drives while we sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the intent.
That will not cover a full 8 hours. Do you still want to sleep in the car for the remainder of
Yes.
the 8
Yes.
once
Yeah.
you've arrived?
Yes.
Okay. So regardless, you are choosing to sleep for an 8 hours.
Yes. Yes.
Rest.
Can
I
I?
still cast Liamon's tiny hut.
On the road.
It's a Pope-mobile.
Yeah!
Can driving be
Getting a bit of
rested?
It's one of
Bingo.
those little. It's one of those little
Sorry?
pickup trucks that has like the tiny house in the back.
Can driving count as a rest for me? If I don't have to sleep and I'm just like vibing
There are no
behind
other
the
cars on the road.
I mean, if
The
it does,
thing
it
is-
has cruise control.
Like riding a horse, driving a wagon wouldn't be very restful.
Can we fly?
You'd need to switch off. The same way you'd take watches.
I can switch off with you.
It's like playing video games.
I took like almost no damage. I have no slots to fill. I'm down to like swap.
We can assume you treat it like posting watch and
Yeah.
people take over driving.
Great.
But it's road trip rules.
Road
instead
trip
of watch.
rules.
Yeah.
Passenger's always working the DJ, like
Exactly.
picking the music.
Right.
The aux cord,
Which
man.
is just like a lute that you play differently.
Except
Don't
when
go
it's
chasing waterfalls.
except when it's Chirps, except when it's Clulick sitting next to Dazzle, it's like him just messing with that little puzzle box.
Yeah.
So I will say this.
You ever heard this one?
In a
Yes,
trip
because
that
you played it.
Okay.
in a trip that should have taken much longer, it now shortens considerably. You're not necessarily pulling 70 on dirt roads, but you're making much faster progress than you would have on foot, to be sure. You approach the town in barely any time. And the town, while not known to any of you, is nonetheless familiar. It is constructed largely in the Republic or perhaps the Verdunese style. And even from here, you can see as you pull in quite a number of humans, halflings, gnomes, and dwarves interspersed with the occasional dragonborn, orc, and tabaxi.
Gnomes!
Some folks nod and smile at you as you pull into town. And
Hello,
it appears
gnomes! This is a car! Hi, gnomes!
People
Why
are
are you
busy.
shopping?
People are busy at their trades or working on new buildings in the town, new constructions. Nevertheless, there is a very good deal in the way of shops, residences, and communal areas. And you notice a massive lake just down the hill to the town, from the town in the southeast. There is an inn at the other end of the lane, and you can tell by a large sign dangling out front reading South March Inn and Sup House.
How many hours has it been?
It's been 1 hour to fix it. It's been like, I'd say, a couple of hours at the max at this point.
So we still haven't had a long rest, and we have to go do more stuff.
You don't have to. You can pull over in the forest
I
somewhere
guess we
and
could
just
sleep in the car. Or should we just call it a short rest and keep moving?
It's too late. I already pushed the button.
I did too.
I already pushed the button.
I also already pushed the button.
I did not.
I mean, you've committed to a long rest. So you're going to pull off in the forest.
I'm asleep.
And yeah, you're going to sleep in the car.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Clulick only needed a short rest's worth of stuff though, so
Yeah,
he will
you guys
he will
go do
hang out.
stuff.
He will hang out with
Sure.
Dazzle.
Have fun.
Yeah. Go explore the town. Wake us up if you need
Go
us.
to the food
Did
court.
you see all of the gnomes?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the ones that everyone saw when we pulled in.
So many gnomes.
Yeah, they like live here.
That's amazing. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll leave the kids in the cart. Crack a window. I'll leave a little sign that says like they're fine. Please don't disturb.
Yeah, they have air conditioning and their favorite music. They're okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like thinking of how much of the episode we're going to resolve while they're all just asleep.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you let us take a long rest more than once a fucking month.
No, this is great.
Yeah, sorry.
Great.
Does anybody need anything while we're out?
Red Bull.
Like a canteen of water if you see it.
Okay.
I could use a bouquet of roses.
Do you eat those or do you just want roses?
No, I want to sleep on them. It makes me feel happy after I've been in jail.
Okay.
Oh. Hey, if there's any hot people, let me know.
I found some.
If there's
here.
any hot people, I'm keeping them 20 yards away from you.
Let's go.
Your husband.
Did you say my husband? Which one?
I was about to say you've broken your own heart enough this week.
That's fair.
So, that is Dazzle and Plulick who are breaking off into town. The rest of you fast asleep. Listen, y'all had a long rest in Kalangua. It's been like 6 hours since that.
Yeah, a lot happened, bud.
Lots happened in that
3
time.
weeks.
It feels like it was the better part of 6 hours. It was the better part of half of
Better
6
part of
hours.
half
You know
of 6
what?
hours.
I don't care who came up with the die. I'm also killing you.
I only have one diamond.
Let's go together.
Okay, great. While we break off and get into town, we actually have a confessional from last week to resolve that I had neglected to write down. We have a confessional for Ella.
What?
Oh.
Count us in.
Wait, what is Ella dreaming?
Ella confessional in 3, 2.
Oh, usually I don't feel so on the spot for one of these. People don't really want to know what I have to think about most of the time, to be honest. It's been kind of an interesting couple of days, hours. I'm kind of losing track of time, y'all. I'm real worried about all my friends. I think that they're doing okay, and it seems like maybe that Dazzle is finding some time to really just, it's really her story, right? It shouldn't be about anybody else, and she's such a hero on her own way. I just don't want her to be sad, I just want everyone to feel they've got enough support from me and from everybody. And luckily, I think the worst of it is over, and we probably won't have to talk to Fedor for a little bit. That way, it's we don't make anybody mad for a while. It'll be fine, except for Kettle. Kettle's just always a little bit mad. I think it'll be okay.
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
What was the other sign off?
I can't remember.
And that's that or something like
It was
Vince,
something
would
like that.
would Dazzle or Klulik have been to South March before?
You mean the inn?
What's
It's
the
like
name of
part
the
of town.
town? Oh, we're in Gestalt.
No, you're in a town you've not heard the name
South
of.
March.
Okay.
Oh.
Have we been here?
But we like parked in front of the South March bed and breakfast.
You
I
are
don't know,
near.
whatever.
Inn and Sup House.
There you
Yes,
go.
you are near a place called
I
the South
was
March
close.
Inn
Why
and
didn't
Sub House.
Why didn't we just keep driving all the way to Gestalt?
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
I didn't pull over.
drive.
I
I
thought we had
I
arrived.
thought we were going to
I
Gestalt.
thought we were here.
You followed the smoke. This is where it led you.
Oh, that's right. We're following some smoke. Okay, great. Well, then let's go look for the smoke. We'll let them sleep.
You would have
I
always
would've-
see the smoke by
You're
now.
asking me why they drove here.
Okay. Hold on. No, that's not how Dungeons and Dragons work.
Clearly, from the previous conversation, it sounded like we were going to Gestalt.
Why did I do this? Hey, DM, why'd I do this?
That's a valid question and failed save. I feel like I attacked for some reason.
All right, so
Where's
yes,
the smoke?
you
Vince?
have the smoke seems to be rising from various buildings here. It is a thriving town.
It's all on fire!
There's a lot of chimneys. They're rocking.
Oh.
They're going hard on chimneys here.
Oh.
And there's the smoke of like industry and living. It is a living town
Oh.
around you.
I saw the smoke and I thought this place was on fire.
Me too.
Huh.
I guess it's fine.
Does that mean we get to have a normal day? in a
Free day!
town? Free day.
Free day.
Free day, and they're asleep. They can't tell us not to do things.
Nobody can tell us what to do. We're grown-ups.
Klulik.
I'm halfway to death for a bird.
Klulik.
Yeah.
If you want to not be honest, forthright, and caring today,
Okay.
I won't tell anyone. Do you?
Okay. And if you'd like to be honest, forthright, and caring with me today, I won't tell anyone.
I would not.
Okay. So we'll keep that open and unresolved then.
Do you want to go steal some stuff? Where's my-
Absolutely not.
All right.
I'm overcome with the vapors.
You want to go look for some robes?
Yeah, let's go look for robes. I don't need anything, but I'd like to try one on.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you know what? Do it for me.
Do what for you?
Let's go!
Okay.
Monks that aren't criminal are bummers.
Man,
There,
that whole shopping list for you.
there,
Sleep.
Think of it.
Oh well, free day.
Free day!
there is a tailor in town. If you'd like to go there, it is not a dedicated robe shop. You can't be sure what their selection would be, but they do seem to be a tailor.
That's where we're going.
Great. You walk in, the bell chimes.
What's the name of the shop, Vince?
You want to know?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wanna know?
Yeah.
How bad do you want to know?
I mean, I'm not there, but I want to know.
Roll.
Okay. What'll a 10 get me?
Oh, Taylor.
Cool. But it's spelled like
Perfectly
with a Y.
average. No, yeah, it's
Well, a
Taylor.
Oh, are you Taylor?
Don't make this worse. Yeah, it's spelled Taylor.
Yeah. Klulik walks in and goes, "Are you Taylor?
Oh yeah, hey, that's me. This is my place.
Nice to meet you."
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a fun thing because like my name, and then we named the shop with the Y. You saw the Y.
I saw the
instead of
Y,
I.
and I was like, "Do we have to go in and tell this person that they don't know how to spell their own vocation?"
No, I get that a lot.
And then I was like, "Ooh, thank goodness you're
Nope, I
you're
make
Taylor.
clothes.
That's
Yeah.
great. Do you have any robes?"
Robes? Let me think.
Okay.
Dazzle, we're thinking.
Oh. Oh my God, yes. We actually have an amazing selection of robes right now. Let me hang on. And
All right, you can hang on.
he goes
I'll allow.
he goes
Takes as much time as you need.
and grabs a bit of railing that appears to be affixed to a wall and pulls it, and you see an entire like rack draw out from the wall and on wheels with robes of silk and cashmere and cotton and blends and all kinds of fun fabrics.
Would you look at that?
I've listed every fabric I know.
Why would you hide the clothes?
Crayons?
For the reveal. Makes you want to spend money immediately.
Showmanship, baby.
Are you looking for robes or are you looking for something else?
I think a robe would be nice.
A nice robe.
A nice robe.
Everybody likes a nice robe.
I have a nice dress. I'd like a nice robe.
Sure.
Great. Yeah.
How much money do we have?
Oh, we're just trying things on. I should let you know, Taylor, that we're mostly just browsing today. We're in from out of town. we're sort of we don't have a very large budget right now. But if you don't mind, I don't want to waste your time. But if you don't mind us looking around, that'd be great.
No, looking around, I don't have to be involved in that.
Okay.
No one is ever allowed to call me a narc ever again. I know I'm not there.
It's me. I'm sick.
That's it, Dazzle.
Are you
You don't want
okay?
to die now.
Nice.
Are you all right?
I've been better, Clulick. I've been better. The voice in my head that sounds a lot like Kettle told me we have 23 gold.
Does it sound like Kettle or sound like Bora?
Yeah.
It's gotta sound like
She's still with us
Kind of
even
comes in and
now.
out.
23 gold. Be careful now.
I just heard someone in my head tell me I have 23 gold and to spend it responsibly.
Weird.
How much is this one?
Oh, that is one of our finer pieces.
Great.
You'll see the silver thread inlays
Yeah.
down on the bottom
I
fringe
do.
there. That one's going to be 2 travers. Gold.
We know.
It's for you.
And for me.
And for Gina. It's for Gina.
You know, you've been having kind of a rough one. If you want to splurge a little bit, I bet nobody would mind.
Are there multiple colors of this one?
You know what? There are. Well,
Oh, shit, man.
there are.
Not knows
Okay, great.
facts.
Were you looking for a specific tone?
Yeah, I'm looking for 2 specific tones. I'm looking for one that would have like maybe a like shade of pink in it, and one that would have like a shade of like blue-green, like Chirp's feathers. So like blue tone to them.
Oh, beautiful.
But like he used to wear a lot of like greens in his clothing before he got boring.
The best I can do, I'm sure we have something in a general pink variety, but
Okay.
for the mix of colors there, I could do a custom dye job, but I'd have to bring it to you later this evening.
So you're not a swift tailor.
I have a lot. Who are you?
And a random human walks out.
You don't have anything blue?
Bye.
Well, not in that specific tone. I can do a dye job. I just have a few orders on back order, but if you are staying in town, I can bring it to you tonight.
Oh, I don't need anything. That's totally fine.
You're getting a robe, bud.
Okay.
All right, and I will put down 4 pieces of gold.
Ooh! Ooh! Sorry, you're the first one we've had in today, so I'm very excited.
Can't I try to just go, I'm the first one? Hold on, and I'm going to pull that money back a little bit. Not getting a lot of business?
It's 9 in the morning.
Oh, that makes sense.
10:30.
Look, my friend and I are here from out
Whoop.
of town. We're traveling.
11-ish.
How
I've been
fast does
tucked for a
time
while.
move here?
What is going on?
You spent an hour to work on the car,
Okay,
and then
yes, we're great. Since we're buying 2, and since you don't have the one that we would like ready, do you think that you could do both for 3?
roll persuasion.
Let's go, charisma.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
You
add a
over
Bria's,
us,
add a
uh-oh.
Bria's plus 20.
I took it off.
It's a 15.
I
And
know
I-
my worth.
I'm going to use my Mask of
what?
Many Faces.
Hey, you know what?
No, you
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Now this guy is honest, forthright, and caring.
I Mask of Many Faces my eyes just to be like a little bit bigger and my eyelashes to be a little bit bigger so I can just kind of...
No. The best I can do, I'll give you it for 3.5. 3 gold, 5 silvers. Best I can offer.
What are silvers called again?
Don't worry about it.
But it's
Fine.
Dars.
Dars in Bainesbreak.
Dang it.
What? Silvers don't have a name here?
They do.
What's the difference?
I was gonna call them
200 years.
You know what? Colloquially in the Westlands, causies. is the name of Silver's.
Because of course the kind of changes with
How much
time.
Wezzy do we have on us?
Because Dar is named after the Derizian
I know
Commonwealth.
why.
Actually,
but
was
Doritos
saying-
still technically whatever.
She
Yeah.
just won.
Okay, great.
I'm not ready to
Fine.
write
Money
this
named
down.
after
Deal.
me?
Okay.
Rude.
Can we do something? We're gonna be walking around in the town. I don't want us walking around without robes. Could we take one of these for now, and then when you come to drop off the other one, you swap it out?
Loner robe.
A loner robe.
Rental robe.
I mean, you're paying now, right?
Yes.
Then sure, yes, you can. That's fine.
Great. And I hand Klulik one that does have like some shade of blue to it. Better one's coming later.
Look at that, fancy. Thank you very much, Taylor.
Yes, you're welcome.
Look at us in our fancy
Look at
robes with
you.
a free day.
I got you in matching robes.
I mean, I love matching robes. That's not hard to do.
Let's go.
Taylor, if you were going to go anywhere here, where are we? First of all,
That's an excellent.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This is the town of Kasusai.
Kasusai.
Yes.
Great.
It's on your map.
What's Kasusai famous for? What should we go see?
Oh, well, you just missed the turnip festival.
Oh, love a turnip.
I'd say, well, a lot of people love a turnip. Well, a lot of people.
I used to slice them up for the kids
Gosh,
and put them in with some greens. They love it.
A lot of people come down this way to either on their way further south to treat with the orcs or to meet and treat with Hiram South March. He's become quite notable here in the last year or so.
Like the South March Inn.
Yeah, there's also a lot of great fishing down by the lake.
Oh, that sounds boring.
Okay.
Wow, we found Klulik's line.
Now, before we transition into a little bit of a montage to bring our other friends into the fray here, we have a confessional for Klulek. Aww. Chirp us in.
Confessional for Klulik in 3, 2.
You know, it's been a really long time since Dazzle and I have had just a day to ourselves. It's great. You know, she and I used to do just about everything together. We would run our errands together and shake down people for money together, and we would rob stores together, and then sometimes we would just go out for candy and snacks and stuff together. And lately, she's been having a really rough time. We all have, but she's been having a really rough time. So it's nice that she's so excited about today. I think with everything that's going to be going on very soon, it's probably best to just keep her happy for as long as possible today and just have a nice, good time out with friends. I think it's great that we have this break right now. And also, I feel very fancy in this robe. I have not worn a fancy robe in a very long time, and it is great. So I am into this.
What the fuck?
Huge stepdad energy.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get our friends back just a little bit.
Well, so I'll say, as you are traipsing about town, doing whatever it is you get up to for the next 6 some odd hours, you spot and perhaps interact with an armorer. There's various produce shops, a weaponsmith, an apothecary on the far side of town, general stores, of course, the tailor, and various other establishments. But, yes.
We would like to get some roses for Poppy.
Oh.
We would like to get some sort of if they have really nice flour or oil or something like that for Ella. We would like to get a canteen. He wanted a canteen.
Sure.
And what does Kai want? A knife? Do you think she wants
Non-progression wieners?
That's a hot person.
we can't bring her back a hot
Can't
person.
bring her back a hot
No,
person.
she'll just devour that person, and then
For
she'll
you,
be
Glen Coco.
and then she will be heartbroken
I
again.
know.
Let's just get her a knife or something deadly.
Also, I mean, I just feel like I'd only disappoint Kai picking out a hot person for them. Okay, what's the equivalent of a hot person in like a thing that we can pick up and give to somebody that's not a person? You know what I mean?
Whoa. What can replace the love of a human being but as a possession? That's a great question.
Bring whatever I have animate object.
I hate it here.
I have to go again.
Uh,
I have an idea.
is there a comic book store?
Nerd.
Is there a comic book store?
There is the remains of a bookstore.
Let's get Gaius some Murray
So
comics.
the desiccated husk of a bookstore.
They switched to digital.
They're all closing down. It's great that we found one.
Oh yeah, they've all been taken over by Fantasy Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll 1 die, flat.
A 2.
Maybe I could also look for comics.
You can.
15.
I will average those. No. Well, kind of. So I would say with that, because I also rolled a 2 for the quality and presence of a comic book store. You managed to get the back third of an old 3rd edition print of one of Murray's less popular comics.
Is that the better part of a 6th of a Murray?
Kind of, yeah.
Are you bringing me the 9th of a bad comic
Yeah.
book?
It's a good one.
We should also get her a knife.
Okay. All right.
Knife is easier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was comic slash.
I can't mend it or anything.
I'm trying to think
so.
of what adventure Murray had that wasn't very popular in comic book form.
buddy.
Like
It was a slice of life.
ghost written, and
Yeah.
they just
Filler.
slapped my face on it.
Like, Murray can't even do that.
Why is Murray a centaur in this book? It makes no sense.
It was
I'm
like
into it.
It was like when all of a sudden in the Silver Age, just Batman got really silly.
Yeah.
And it's like, I have to, Robin. I have to wear a different color costume every night. Like,
Batman.
yeah.
Just going through a crisis of identity. Couple of times.
Wonderful. So you've got your goodies.
Yes.
And a knife is easy. So I'll say for the flowers, the oil and flour, canteen, the knife, the comic, and what was the gift for Poppy?
A bouquet of roses.
Flowers.
A bouquet. Oh, that was the flowers.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
There was flour and flowers.
It's just fucking me up. I'd say for all of that, you spent perhaps, I'd say like 1.5 gold on that.
Great.
All said and done. The knife was the bulk of the
Yeah.
cost, but
Free day.
Free
Yeah.
day.
Free days cost money.
That's the trick of capitalism.
however, time ticks on, and you find yourselves at 5 p.m. returning to the vehicle, and all of you just waking up, hair matted, drool just down your
Absolutely
face.
not.
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, just kettle everywhere.
Aw, just me and Little Spoon just snuggled.
Little spoon.
Wake up, everybody. We're in Cuscus.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
We're in Cuscus.
Okay, that makes sense.
Surprised it took so long.
What is Cusco?
What'd y'all get up to?
Cusco.
And I just spin in the robe.
Whoa, nice threads.
I love clothes.
Oh,
We should
well,
go there and get more
we got you a knife.
Oh.
knives. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
and-
so nice.
Some of a comic book.
Do I recognize this comic?
You're a big Murray fan, aren't you?
I sought out this group. That's how much of a Murray stan
Yeah.
I am.
I'd say you not only know this comic, you have a mint copy, and you know like it down to the publication date.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just
There's
the
nothing to
backup story.
apologize
It's one of the
for.
Murray Mite stories. I know.
Look, this is a wonderful gift. I love this issue. It's one of my favorites.
Oh.
And I don't even need the rest of it, because just this back third is all I need. Thank
I
you
will
very
say,
much.
this edition has a fairly rare rear advertisement insert for for Birdie's Better Butter. And the Better Butter ad campaign only lasted for about 2 months, made into a handful of issues before it turned out it was people butter. And
It was
then
not better butter.
They had to get
Bad
pulled.
butter.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
You know
it did
this.
taste better.
Buddy butter.
It tasted really good.
But it was a little bit bitter.
It was a
Butter.
bitter butter. Yeah.
Was body butter?
Yeah.
It was bitter body butter.
but
Technically,
bitter
it
than
was
body
body
It was your
butter.
bud's body butter.
To be
Yeah.
fair, they could make body butter better.
Your
Yeah.
bitter buddy's butter.
Keep
body
saying
butter.
Oh, and flowers for Poppy.
Flowers for
Yay.
Poppy.
Oh, thank you.
And
very
flour
much.
for Ella.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart.
They said it's really nice. They said it's good quality flour.
It's
I don't
incredibly good quality. I could see that I could make some of my very fanciest
It's
pastries
actually-
with this stuff. Will you just let me tell them that it's good?
I was going to give you something quite nice.
Don't tell them that if it's not
You
good.
can know that that's not nice.
Yes, this is what you identify. They can't hear me. Now, you already have a lot of all-purpose flour, probably wholemeal flour as well. All the stuff you use for baking. This is actually double O. So you can use this.
Sarah, let's go make some pasta.
Yes,
Sorry,
you can
I
make
got
pasta,
excited.
ravioli.
Pasta.
Yeah.
And a canteen of water.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it is full. I'm definitely going to take a swig of this. Your blanket was very absorbent.
And it is fine artisanal
Don't say it.
spring water.
I'm allergic.
Spring.
Oh, that's true! Oh no, what
You
have I done?
monster!
What have I
Are you
done?
trying to kill me?
No, it doesn't mean it's from the spring court. It means it came from like a fresh spring, like it's water that
Use
comes
another
from the
word.
ground.
Use another word.
Like a fresh
Aquifer.
river.
Oh, it's mineral water.
Yeah, it's
Jeez,
mineral water.
just say that.
Sorry,
It's like half empty now.
I'm not a water sommelier like you. That's a real thing.
It's out of
Yeah.
necessity.
That's a real thing. Look it up. It's bad.
Okay.
Then no.
No.
I'm glad you're all awake. This town is super boring.
Thank you very much for
we had a
thinking of us. while
What
you
about
were
the
out.
smoke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Turns out it's from work.
Oh.
I'm
Well,
allergic.
Same.
I mean, if they're an industrial type of town, I've got a couple of spell components I eventually will probably take a look at. Y'all went shopping, right?
Oh
Seem
yeah,
like-
we didn't think about spells. We thought about things that would be maybe
I've
nice
never
for
been
everybody.
stronger!
Oh,
Hold,
geez.
hold, please. What's a spell component?
Oh.
Hurt!
Oh, did you just hurt your dog?
He flipped the car.
Oh!
And he's,
I just got this fixed.
She just fixed that. She was a lot of work.
oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yes,
dare
get
you.
over
Why
would you
here.
do that?
Look, oh wow, this is awkward. But I have to, I'm sorry about this.
You
off,
raggedy
Dad.
bitch!
I gotta do this. And he goes and
What?
punches Kettle. Just decks him out in the face. That is a...
liquefies
No,
around.
I picture the T1000.
Yeah. Well, how do you think I feel?
For the first time ever, guy is disgusting.
Yeah. Ooh, there's oil in my brain.
Does a 16 hit?
No,
Okay.
I'm a barbarian.
Then you just don't
absorb
your
it,
face. and it
You
goes
absorb
right
it perfectly well. God, okay, I'm getting stronger though, so...
Hey, look at
That's
me.
who?
You gotta walk away.
You gotta watch.
I can't though.
You
Why?
want,
Yeah.
you want to do
Would
this
you
one?
like
And they
Chop its
told me
head
I
off.
have to.
Okay. I'm going to hang on.
Roll it.
I'm going to walk up to you. I'm telling you, I'm doing
Axe.
this, so you don't try to punch me.
Yeah, no, go for it.
24.
Cut it out.
Oh shit. Let me make a
Get
compelling
it?
point.
Cut it out.
Hey, what's your damage?
That was good.
Thank you.
14.
I'm getting better at
Okay.
murder.
It's so good.
The
You're
axe
getting
lodges
so good.
into his deathly neck.
Nice.
Shut up. It's blue. His
Sherlock
skin,
Holmes and the deathly neck.
his skin is bluish and streaked with veins, hardened, like varicose all over his body.
Ew.
His skin pulses and seems to almost accept the axe and it doesn't go all the way through.
Oh, no. I'm not going to swing again. It's like a tree. It will come down.
And he'll also roll once more against.
With 21.
Great. Well, mine was a nat 20. So roll yours first.
Here's what we're gonna do. Silvery barbs.
Get 'em.
Roll again.
Another
Oh.
14.
Shit.
Dun, 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 dun.
It was a 13.
And you have advantage on your swing
Oh.
as the other half of that.
Oh, no. 14. Damage.
Oh, damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but I'm still standing. Oh.
Better
Okay.
than he ever did.
Okay.
Oh my god, you really have a hard time taking off people's heads.
Right,
It's
yeah.
number 2, baby.
Very
What's up?
thick neck.
Who is doing this to you? Do you need help?
I can't tell you.
You can,
The powers I represent
but we're going to keep killing you.
are too profane.
Don't
It's
you want to
okay.
stop?
I will keep coming
Don't
back.
you not like it when they rip your body apart to take you back?
Oh no.
That's what they do.
That's what they did.
You gonna finish
saw
the across the neck or?
Do you want help?
Real quick.
Before you
Please
die.
go ahead.
There's a lot of weird
Detect
energy.
thoughts.
Ah, sure.
Uh-oh.
Surface level thoughts are just that
It's while he was thinking about whoever sent him.
he has a murderous intent toward all of you. He knows it is now his job to end the party by any means necessary,
no.
and he will continue getting stronger until he can pull it off.
Holy shit.
In terms of his masters,
That's a Fey term.
holy shit.
It's common Fey phrase.
In terms of his masters, you only see one little glimpse. You look back at all the hands dragging him back into wherever he goes when he was drawn away, and you see what looks like a encasement, a tube of some sort, with needles and all kinds of things like punctured into him, and you see a face looming over it, looking him over. It's a fellow who is dark complexioned, but you've never seen them before. Their features are not familiar to you, but the space surrounding them appears to be highly clinical, almost.
Hugo leaving.
Interesting. I still want the wisdom save though.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Whoops. 14.
I dropped it down, so it's still a 17 though. So.
Ow!
Give me more.
Oh, the more detail. Okay, hang on. I got a note to take. I'm dying. Whatever. Okay, so
Ryan.
diving deeper into Guy's head.
He's mostly
Literally,
thinking
on
on
both sides.
Yeah.
Both of you diving deeper into his head.
You see,
Oh,
Get,
twinsies.
yeah.
You guys get
We'll meet
married.
in the middle.
Right.
you see
Flanking.
there was some evidence of a deal being struck between a mortal and someone else. You hear, you feel a name in your mind, Chase Devereaux, and the name
Sounds like a
of
designing woman.
golly.
Sorry, Gabe. No, sorry.
And another name that is
I feel like
just
Gabe knew.
Yeah.
that is just beyond your reach, but it feels like Chase is not working alone and struck a pact with someone else, not of this world.
Interesting. Okay.
Blink 4 times if you need us to rescue. Oh, he's dead.
Here we go.
So how much damage? Let's say you got one more attack in during that.
One more attack.
Yeah.
That is a 23.
Okay, hits. He's also going for Poppy at the same time.
Ooh, only 4.
Okay. Ooh, okay, he's not doing great though. That is a 20 to hit. Dirty, but
That
20.
is exactly my
I've met you.
Go.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Oh shit. Okay. You see his arm turns into like a point of flesh and bone that he pierces into you, right like into your chest, and you take 12 points of damage.
Hey!
That ain't nothing to sneeze at. Okay.
Just die already!
One more.
Yes!
Roll it.
You need some help?
I mean, there's no initiative,
No,
so I'm just going.
Yeah, keep going.
15. Not good enough.
That just
After
hits.
yes, I'm gonna push him 15 feet away from me after he hits me.
So action. Woo!
Yes.
I'll go take it away. That's all, folks.
Hey!
Just open my umbrella and he backs up.
Klulik
Beautiful.
immediately runs over to Poppy. Are you okay?
What was your damage?
In the air,
such a
another
dick?
9 points.
Okay.
No one knows.
Is that the same guy whose ass we blew up a minute ago?
Same guy.
Why?
Is he still alive?
That was
Probably.
it. His head comes cleanly off,
Whoa!
and his body deflates like a balloon.
I ride it down to the ground. It was midair as I had lopped its head off.
Beautiful.
Klulik immediately like tears a piece off of his robe and puts it on her.
Oh, it's okay.
Thank you
That
very
was the loner
much.
too.
That's a loner.
Thank you for the flowers.
Yeah,
They
of
made me feel
course.
better.
Yeah.
Here, sweetie, this should help make you feel a little bit better too. And Ella will just pull out just like a little like stuffed like bread roll.
Oh,
It's a little spicy. Be careful.
Dazzle, if we have a little more money, I think
I
I'm gonna have
cast
to
Cure
buy
Wounds
this
on
robe.
you.
it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay to have things.
I know. We haven't paid for this yet. Taylor's expecting us to come back.
So, as you roll up the health, and no doubt you will recover much of what you just
Yeah.
lost, all of you are now in the town of Kasusai. The car is flipped, but you have no reason to believe it is not still probably operational. It just would have taken at least some exterior damage.
Kittle, can you help me flip this thing back?
I sure can. And thanks for the assist, Kai.
Oh my gosh, that was great. You were great. That was fun.
If you commit some time to it, I wouldn't say it comes down to a roll. You can eventually get it back over.
Hey, oppa!
We used to flipping Ella over when she lands on the back of her shell. Not as
Yeah.
heavy, but a similar motion.
Yeah. There's like a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
And if it's one thing water's got, it's rhythm.
About
Yes.
that guy.
No, it's best not to talk about the guy.
But he said he's trying to kill us all.
Yeah.
Oh,
You sort of had
Oh,
a
you
moment
missed
there.
yeah.
it,
Do you
actually.
guys? Oh, go ahead.
That happens with this particular one, apparently. It, like, pops up and just picks somebody to have real big beef with.
I honestly like it better than when he was trying to be our friend because that was weird and it made it feel weird to kill him.
Yeah, this feels
No, it
more... Well...
Does this look like anybody to you? And I'm gonna turn into
Chase
the row.
Oh, God.
So 3 of you recognize Chase.
I don't know who this is.
What?
What?
I didn't play with Chase.
Oh, you weren't there for that one. 2 of you recognize Chase Devereaux.
No, fuck that.
What?
What is that?
That's a bad
Chase
dude.
Devereaux.
Yeah, what's up with this guy? He
Okay.
seems cool.
No, not cool.
hair.
Scientist
Very
of
handsome.
sort.
He is very handsome.
Very
Oh my God,
handsome,
thank
but very
you.
spooky. But like very spooky.
Spooky and handsome.
Yeah, but
Very
that sounds
nice.
really
Oh my God,
great.
thank you.
I know. I thought so too, but then it wasn't. And he tried to like.
I'm taking all this as my compliments. Like,
But like, okay, there was a heart that had been taken and a kid that was in trouble, and he wouldn't help, and he was trying to steal the thing, and it would let the kid die, and
Listen, we're
I
bad.
had
Listen,
to be the
we're-
good guy.
We're not good people, but
But you're not a good guy.
No.
no. We're
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not true.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is,
Complicated like that.
if somebody is doing some weird stuff, and we're like, "Whoa, that's too weird," that's like weird stuff.
Oh, yeah, to be fair. Okay.
For any of you who didn't see the charity game in which we featured that story, it was an adventure featuring Dazzle, Chirp. Were you there as well,
No.
Bora? It was just a few of us, I believe.
I was not there.
You were
I was not there.
It was like 3 people. However, it featured a particular individual joining the party named Chase Devereaux, who turned out to be kind of a mad cultist scientist type. In the end, after the party had followed a quest to pacify the harvest god Parya and save her daughter Ivir, who had fallen to a cultist of Dranenud and needed to be brought back to life via a ritual, Chase made a deal where he would help them by handing over a piece they vitally needed to fix this and save the world from Parya getting all upset, as long as he got access to Guy. That was here for this. That was the deal he struck.
Oh my God, I remember.
Yeah.
Was the deal with the cult?
The deal with the cult? No, he made that agreement with Guy, actually.
Okay, great.
And you all consented to it, roughly.
Yeah,
'cause,
that's
I mean,
fine.
Guy.
We needed to
don't
keep
care.
moving and get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
guy,
anyway.
and guy sucks.
This is why Guy is bad a little bit.
Oh.
So whatever you did in
Well,
the past.
Let's just put a pin in that one because I feel like we've got other stuff.
Haunted by... He called himself Death?
Yeah.
It feels like a weird timing to be haunted by death. It's been like forever since then.
Explains why it was hard to
Doesn't
kill.
death haunt us all?
True. I mean, depending on how you
Whoa.
think about it, death is kind of,
Inevitable.
yeah, a friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm middle aged for a bird. I'm halfway to death.
Aw.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
You
It's
did it.
complicated.
Yes.
And so, you do all find yourselves in Kasusai. Various shops and centers of industry and commerce are still open. It is only about 5, approaching 6 p.m. right now.
Is there any cool nightlife in Kiskuse?
Oh my God.
Qu'est-ce que c'est
has
the
everything.
town?
Kiskuse nightlife.
That's everything.
It sounds like the noise you make at kitties.
Yes.
That's one of those things where
Before we all break into a Stefan impression. Okay, so you do not spy any notable nightlife. The South March Inn and Subhouse seems to be where people are now beginning to congregate as the day winds to a close gradually. and it seems like it has a fairly decent population therein.
What time of year is it? How close to sunset are we?
What?
I know you know, but don't
Actually,
answer.
what time of day is it? That is actually.
Five.
Six.
Six.
Five.
About
Okay, 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like pushing 5:30.
It sounds like maybe we
The
don't
better
want
part
to
of
be
6.
driving in the dark. So
9.
should we maybe see what this inn is about? Maybe
South
get a
March
meal?
is apparently a really
No,
big
we're
deal.
fully
Oh, really?
rested. Why don't we
Yeah.
keep going?
I don't need to rest.
Yeah.
See,
we put
that
lots-
sort of mentality that'll burn you out.
But
true.
we're rested now. They had a lovely adventure. Why don't we keep going south to Gestahl?
Yeah, if you want to keep going, we can
that's
keep
fair.
going.
We tipped the car back over.
But we did
Did we
have
put
to
a lot on the
return your robe.
Oh, we just
Oh,
have one
wait.
errand. I got to return a robe
I'll
and
come
apparently
with
get a
you.
new robe.
I will specify, none of you know the way there.
The way where?
No, I was gonna say. No, I know where
You're
the robe
just
place is. I've
driving.
been.
No,
Gestahl.
okay. Taylor's gonna bring us the robe.
Where is
Taylor
How?
said that he would deliver the robe to where we're staying, which was in theory here
All right,
at
'cause
this
it's probably
inn.
the
Oh, that
only-
makes sense.
Sure, we should
and he
go
was
get
gonna
the map.
dye it. Yeah, or we could just ask somebody.
We'll just ask for some directions because it feels like that we really need to be at this inn for some reason.
Okay, let's go to the inn.
You go where you want. Listen, at the end of this, I'm killing one of you. It doesn't
know.
matter where it's happening.
all I'm saying is death
There.
is coming and I want to earn it.
All right. Well, this South March guy is apparently a very big deal and kind of put this town on the map, and this place is supposed to be pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Do they have shows?
I don't know.
Let's go find out.
But I bet they do now, right?
Yes, they do.
And if anybody boos you again, you know what we'll do.
Steal their lights.
Yes.
Oh, I could use another diamond. Did you see any jewelry shops or anything?
I'm looking
that
for
is-
jewelry.
It doesn't seem like it's a town that like kind of thrived in that way. They didn't even have like a normal like robe shop. They just had
Weird.
a tailor.
This is very nice, though.
We'll see what's up with this South March guy.
I will say, so on your way towards the inn, you're making your way through. Sorry.
Please keep going.
As you make your way through the town, Kettle,
Yeah.
something catches your eye.
It's death. You're dead.
Oh.
It's me. I've got it.
As you make your way through toward the inn, which is sort of the major lane you're traipsing down here, has all the various shops and establishments on either side and at either end, more or less. At this end you started at, this is more where like the apothecary and the weapon shop is. The inn at the other end, along with some residences and places like that. Making your way down, you spy a sign on a building just to your left. It is, as best as you can tell, and again, this is based on your perhaps limited understanding of these things, being like so young. It is a municipal building of some sort. Looks official to you at the very least. Whereas several of the constructions in this town are still wood or thatch or daub, this building is crafted of carefully hewn stone, mortared together and paired with dark, polished beams of hardwoods as support and decoration. Roughly 2 stories in height and terminates to a pointed, fired tile roof of clay above. That is, however, not the thing that catches your attention.
Hey, look at that, but wait.
There are a number of crests and symbols decorating the front exterior of the building. Some recognizable as belonging to the Republic of Travers Bound across the sea, some less so, but one in particular has stopped you in your tracks.
Is it a wagon wheel?
It looks almost like a wagon's wheel. A central circle surrounded by 4 spokes at the end of each is, respectively, a flower, a dark drop of liquid, a stone, and a light drop of liquid.
Everybody wait!
What's up?
You yelled wait before, so we've been waiting.
Oh,
What's happening?
You said wait, but then hold on, and then
Then-
everybody
yeah.
wait.
Yeah,
Right.
you just sort of like went away for a moment.
Yeah, what's
No,
what's
get-
going
come
on,
back to us,
sweetheart?
baby. What's
What do you
up?
need?
okay. I think I've seen my creator.
The building?
Please
Kettle found
elaborate.
God.
Were you born in this town?
I don't know.
What are you
And
talking about? What are you looking at?
Kettle will move towards the building and sort of touch the edge of the wall, but I
Yeah.
assume this crest is higher up, right?
Yeah, a little bit like, like the top of the door, that kind of area, like where the second floor would start.
The symbol up here. If what you have is, or what I have is called a memory, this would be the earliest memory that I have.
Wow.
This specifically or that symbol?
This symbol on the other side of some glass.
Should we go
Refresh my
in?
memory. Is it recognizable? What is it?
Now that would be a roll. Anyone can
Wouldn't
try and roll history.
Hell yeah.
I don't live here.
Did we decide that maybe Kettle's maker was not the most
19.
above board of folk?
Total?
Oh, you mean the one that
Oh,
wanted
you
to
have 0?
murder an entire
Yeah, I have a
Plus
I have a
gang?
minus
Yeah,
1. I
no,
rolled
not
a
Okay.
20.
16.
Plunge
got a
the
natural
whole
20.
world into imbalance and
That's a
balance.
crit.
It's a skill check. Let me think.
What does that mean?
You know, the rules.
19.
Never heard of them.
Obviously, I don't know.
So that is a 19. I'll say this. Chirp has no goddamn reason to know anything about this.
Yeah.
Nor does Klulik. I'd say with that, and what
I'm
was
a
yours?
big
He's been to like
Just a 16.
100 towns.
I'm a
That's
big
way
reader
more
and a
than the
big
rest of
traveler.
us.
I think it's notable.
Spy would care about symbols.
So I'll say this.
Cult kid, daddy politics?
You're really pushing it.
I
Roll.
saw
By all
Cult
means,
Kid
roll.
open for daddy politics, and it was a
I
great
figured I'd
show.
throw it out there if it was
Okay,
actually.
I'm gonna
merchant?
start it on it, but roll. By all means, roll.
Blue?
It didn't land in the dice creator's account.
Yeah.
I'm really just trying to roll
Cup?
this die that was a gift to see if
You
it's gonna
can.
be a
Anyone
good
can
or
roll a
Candle?
die whenever they want.
Was it history?
Wow.
History.
How was it?
History?
Yeah.
17.
Okay. Never mind. Great. So
Did it go bad? Oh
course
no,
it went
Spider
bad.
Josh.
Everybody, I
let's work
told
on the
you.
rolls over here.
Yeah.
I'll say this, Plulik, you do not know what that symbol is of. You just don't. But there's something notable about that.
Can I tell you what Anthony recognizes from it?
Sure.
I mean, it seems like definitely four seasons, right?
Like
Maybe.
the hotel.
It seems like
If you'd like
it seems like the South March is very similar to the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
A lot of people. It's called the Four Seasons of Couscous.
Right.
If you'd like to draw that conclusion, you are welcome to.
Okay. Well, you can tell me what I know.
That is great.
No, you tell me what tell me what I got for my roll.
Okay, great. So, it's
too many
notable
men
to
in
you
this
that you
room.
don't recognize it because you've actually encountered a lot of aristocratic and stuffy types in your various heists and schemes, and you've never seen this symbol before, which means if it is some kind of official heraldry or a crest, it has to be of some kind of local family, something that is specific to Tarif, which is why you wouldn't know it. Kai, you are better equipped to know this, but you also rolled lower. I'd say you draw a similar conclusion in that, based on the design, this is clearly the symbol of some kind of aristocratic family, a family crest, but they must be specific to Imperia, which is this
Copy.
part of the world.
I don't.
What were the symbols again? Light water.
A flower?
Light dark? Yeah.
It's like a wagon wheel-esque, with at the end of each spoke, a flower, a dark drop of liquid,
Like a
a
compass
stone,
rose?
and a light drop of liquid. It's diagonal.
Oh, interesting.
I drew it wrong.
I try and sneak in a new detail right when you're done.
You nailed it.
I've
I have
never
no idea what this is.
I've never seen this before.
It's more faded than the others.
Yeah. This,
Okay.
I have no idea who this family would be, and we've been
Family?
like every It
It's a
seems like.
family.
I mean,
I have a family.
well, I don't want to jump to any conclusions.
I mean, you definitely do have a family, sweetheart.
Wait, I'm not the only person with a picture for a name?
Well, it's not a name as much, but big important families have symbols that represent the families, and that's how
I'm just
you know.
prestidigitating like examples of crests over your head as you explain.
And that's
like,
how you know that you're in an area that's owned by a family or run by a family. I have never. Dazzle, have you ever seen this? I've never seen it.
I have not. If I could lay down two things here.
Yeah.
One, Cal, of course you have a family. You're with us.
Oh.
Sorry, I just meant to say I don't know if this means this is your family or your family is here.
I know you've only been traveling with us for a little bit, but we are extremely clingy, very lonely, and emotionally vulnerable. So we're family now.
you put a lot on me.
But
I take
You've
it.
mostly been inside of a water tub for our interactions, but I like you a lot.
That's most of
You
my
do
life.
want to kill a lot
And then
of
number
things.
two?
Number two, it's a building. Why don't we go in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to
Ding
like
dong.
emotionally.
No ding dong. We just it's an inn.
Oh,
I'm
but
sorry.
it's a
This
fun
isn't-
part.
This is not an inn.
This is
This
just
is
a
like
building.
municipal
Oh, this is the
Yeah, no,
building.
we
Oh.
walked
This
away
is an
from the
Elk
South
Lodge.
March Inn to this building.
You've been walking towards South March Inn and
Right.
Sub House,
Oh, okay.
and you found this on the way.
Me
Sort of.
too.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is a different thing.
Should
'Cause
we?
it also makes me think of like alchemy or something if we're thinking about.
Oh.
Should we cover Kettle and not let them see Kettle immediately? Well, just in case they are like looking for Kettle because
I'm
somebody
sorry, you
sent a bunch of cops to kill.
Would you like
We're
to
cops.
be
Oh, my
on
husband.
scene, or would you
Marcus?
like to go in?
Are you talking about an undercover mission?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, as a detective, of course I can do that.
Maybe we just
Okay.
really put your hood up or something.
I'm not wearing a hood.
I put my hands on your shoulders and I just go "Mwah," and blow, and then you just ripples and disappears.
Whoa!
Deep undercover.
Yes.
Wow.
But you're still probably going to leave a puddle if you walk.
I don't normally.
Oh, you do not?
And we can hear
Your
you,
feet
sweetheart.
not make water
I'm wearing
prints.
boots.
Your axe is made of water. Is the rest of your clothing not?
No, just I'm wearing pants.
Okay.
And the teapot speedo.
Yeah, that was
No,
you.
we got you dressed,
Tito?
sweetheart.
Nobles from it. Like,
I mean, it's underneath the clothes, but you can't get that off.
It's like a codpiece.
Oh no, I have to go. Do you need
It's like a waterbed.
Do we?
I just want to get in the building.
Yeah.
I don't want in the shell. I want in the building.
would be humans or elves, right? Like they would tend
They'd be
towards
mostly human.
mostly human. Okay, Kai's gonna turn into a human and start rifling through her stuff,
If we're
looking
lucky,
for the
though,
fanciest clothing that would go with this.
it's
Great.
gnomes.
Huh?
If
Not
we're
gonna be
lucky, it's gnomes.
That's not gonna be gnomes.
That's the thing that stuck.
It's never gonna be gnomes.
Yeah.
Like of all
Stand in
the
front of me, I'm
changes you
changing.
made,
Okay.
the growth
I got
that's
you.
happened.
We undo my tent.
Go ahead. Thank you. I've already got a very fancy robe on and ready.
Great. So you all, I'm assuming, go inside.
Yes.
Wonderful.
No, or do I?
Sweetheart,
knows?
we can hear you.
Five of you. And five of you go in, and a sixth set of little boot prints.
They are damp.
Don't make the noise that.
Wet steps. Okay, so
Kettle wet steps. That's your whole name now.
gotta get your wet steps in. Play your cardio VHS. Anyway, that'll be a goal one day.
No.
Inside, it's a bit more humble than expected and seems like a little more than an administrative office with paperwork, files, and archives strewn about. A hairy-looking Hiram Southmarch, by the way, who you know because you bought his tavern and turned it into the Fantasy TGI Fridays in
This
Skadasi.
is the absolute fool that walked out on a steal of prime property.
He sits behind a desk with a magnifying glass, going
Fucking
over what
chump.
appears to be a contract. An orc woman is sorting containers of loose papers, and an older halfling lady is speed typing correspondence using what appears to be a system of stamps.
Cool.
Fellow business owner.
Oh, Mr. Southmarch.
Yes, if you're with the petitioners, you can just wait over there a moment. Oh my god!
No, it's us.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
Oh,
What are you talking about?
What?
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, we haven't met.
Hi.
I'm Hiram Southmarch.
Elindra Vale. Thank you.
That's
so nice to
Elindra
meet you.
Vale.
Hi.
Wonderful.
It's nice-
Of the Suncrest Vales.
Shut up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enchanté.
Don't. No, we wound up here randomly. We didn't know that you'd be here. We want you to know the tavern's doing great.
Very well.
Tavern's doing very well. This has become sort of our town now.
ours is doing very well too. Thank you for asking.
Great. I'm
We've
glad
got
to hear.
A great
That.
staff, and some
Flair.
of them are alive. And
Well, and some of them, it's questionable, but we assume
It'd
they
be
are.
preferable if they were
Yeah,
all alive.
we-
All of my staff are alive.
Thank you. We think so
It's
too.
not a competition.
I don't know why it needed to be said in the first place.
Yeah.
Who
No.
are you?
I'm sorry. I'm Hiram Southmarch. I'm the quaestor here in Katsusai.
A quaestor?
I got
Yeah.
about half of that. I'm Hiram Southmarch.
Bobby, you've heard about the restaurant
That's
that we
the
have that
important
one day
part.
we'll all go back to and like hang out at when we're done with all the
Yes,
adventuring
great.
stuff.
You
this,
have stew.
Yeah.
That
well,
used to be
kind of.
mine.
Yeah.
And my
This
wife's.
is the first one. This is the fool that walked out on the property.
That's a stretch.
I'm whispering.
I have
do you own this?
amazing here.
Hiram, may I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Businessman to businessman.
Okay.
There is a symbol that is outside of your building here, your municipal building, that
Yes.
I've never seen before. It looks like a crest, but it's for no family I know. It's the one that looks a bit like a wheel with spokes and the.
Oh, sure, the crest.
Yeah, what is that
Yes.
for?
We've got to take that thing down. I'm sorry.
Why?
It's a whole story. It's the heraldry of the Tanburn family, one of Imperia's founders.
Oh.
The council over at the meet has actually been on me to remove it.
How
because
come?
If they're the founders, why do you want to pull it down?
Is it scandalous?
I
Yeah, what's their
actually,
story?
evidently, it's just the last Tanburn descendant isn't really seen in a terribly good light right now in the capital.
Why that?
Are they an influencer?
I don't.
Just took the family's money.
I try not to get too involved in all the gossip. I don't know all the details.
But I love gossip, and I'm sure you hear something, a powerful man such as yourself.
And we're fellow business owners.
That's a lot at once.
Yeah. Okay. All I know is I heard that he'd gone a bit off the deep end, abandoning his more magisterial duties in favor of pursuing the esoteric. And
We love the esoteric.
we have a province to run here. And
That's why he's not doing well, because he decided to do a different job.
He's got to follow his dreams.
to abscond with all of his wealth and his holdings and convert all of it to his pursuit of some inane
What was his name again?
occult.
Hey, it's his money.
pasts.
Tanburn.
What was his name?
The last name is Tanzar.
No, not yeah. What first name?
Bilvin.
Bilvin.
And he's the last of his family?
He's
So
the
lovely.
last descendant that I know of.
How old is he?
He's gotten up there. It's been a few years. He couldn't be any younger than his mid-50s.
Oh.
And you think, you say the esoteric, so you think that he was diving into some like old magics, or what's the rumors
I do
there?
not keep up with it. I don't know. I don't care.
But it seems like people think it was kind of weirdy. Like esoteric is
Up.
fun, but
Up in
Could
Delta's
be very
meat.
academic.
yeah,
Up in Delta's meat, they were certainly not a fan of it. But
Delta's
look, I
People
have.
don't like when the things change.
yeah, that's true.
Maybe he
Yes.
just wanted to retire.
That's also possible. Look, all I know is they don't like him up there.
Got it.
I keep my nose out of it. I have a frontier
Sure.
town to run, so I
Yeah.
try to stay
What's a quaster?
out of all
Yeah,
that.
what's a quaster?
Oh, you're all not from the Republic, are
No.
Thank you for
Um,
asking. I wanted to know so bad.
I told him I didn't understand. He said it was fine.
you? I'm sort of like
It was
a,
weird.
It's okay. You just have to look like a
it's similar to a mayor. I run the town administration
Hey.
locally.
Hiram, look at
But
you!
I've moved up in the world.
Look at you,
really
buddy!
have,
The
from
position-
Fantasy TGI Fridays to town mayor.
Well, that's not what we called it.
Well,
but
What'd you call it?
It was
what
original.
it was the South
Yeah.
March Inn and Sub House.
You just name everything after yourself.
I know
It's
they've
my
got a new
family.
little location. It's okay. It's cute. It's quaint.
Yes, we established here in Imperia, and
It's not like.
hoping to make something of it. But yes, I don't
It
have.
would be so nice to
I
have
know.
dinner with you in your life.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's a lovely invitation.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you.
Sorry.
I can't believe he just invited.
That's so.
We were
kind.
gonna go to the sub house anyway. This is wonderful.
At the
I have to
Quaster's
pick up a
table.
robe from Taylor.
Yes, I suppose we could do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Where's the robe at dinner?
Yeah.
I should probably wrap up here anyway.
It's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Here, Allie, do you mind if I take off? Okay. Great. I
did
suppose
not
they
wait
can
for
wrap
that
Thank you,
up.
answer.
Allie.
He did not wait for them to answer. He just assumed.
I'm not gonna.
That's when you're the boss.
I'm not
I
gonna have a
understand.
3-voice conversation with myself. Even though I prep voices for all of them.
Do you
No.
really?
Sure. I'll just let me get
Sounds
this.
like a
This is
confessional
probably
conversation.
fine. I'll just sign this. Great. I'll meet
also
you
sign
over
it.
there. Well.
Business.
Okay.
You have to look at things before you sign them. I want to look at what she signed.
No,
What is
not that. No, it's cool that she signed that.
What she signed.
She signed
I just
over.
want to see what he's working on.
She signed over breeding rights to her prize stallion.
Oh.
no.
Nay.
Do you have one?
I signed it Valor Velokas as well. Like, full cult name.
Well, great. I mean, if you can bring the horse by in the morning, that would be fantastic.
We gotta steal a horse now.
You have to steal a prime racing horse.
How good is your hearing?
Sorry.
I don't know her.
We'll take care of the horse business in the morning. Morning is for horse business. All business people know that. Now is for dinner.
Yeah, you can't
it's
do
dinner.
business before dinner.
No
That's
horsing
just
around
rude.
before dinner.
Come on, Hiram, let's go. Dinner time.
Okay, we can all go together right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Do you have something you need to you got to finish some stuff or?
Nope, it's weird.
No, walk with us. Why is
It's
it
weird if we say goodbye and then have to walk like 30 blocks down
Thank
the
you.
street together.
Oh my god,
Just
it's so
go
awkward
together.
if you're just sandbagging by like a block and a half.
I'll,
It's okay,
I'll,
we'll talk business on the way.
I'll go with you.
Great.
We know.
All right. Well,
I've never met a cloister before. I like this. Come.
fuck Pokemon.
What is a Pokemon?
Oh,
Tell
well.
me that.
Our hearing is also
Sissy.
good.
Great. So as we proceed with our heroes to the South March Inn and Sub House to apparently.
However, Kettle stays behind.
Now you know what's up.
Detective.
And Kettle stays behind.
Whoa! Dun dun dun
We'll be
dun.
going to a short break. When we come back, we have a death rehearsal for Dazzle. So buckle up for that, because we're gonna roll into it once we arrive at the Sub
extra.
House.
Let's go.
We also have one for Ella, so work on that.
Oh, I already had it planned.
Oh, good.
It's just a
I got
recipe.
Yeah.
So we'll know what it's like if they die.
It's one of the donations.
Don't go anywhere.
Because someone will
Bye.
die.
Hello, everyone, and Monch. Welcome back to Failed
Every one of us
Save.
just goes.
We're all dead.
We're diving right back into it.
Moisten the chip. Don't let it crunch.
First
such a
things
mood.
first. Kettle, you are staying behind.
Yeah.
At the Quaester's office. We will return to you momentarily, but in the meantime, the rest of you are exiting the building along with Hiram South March and moving down the lane toward the South March Inn and Sub House, which a good deal of the people here in Kasusai are finding themselves heading towards as well. When suddenly...
More guy.
We arrive.
We did it.
Yay.
And nothing bad
What
ever
an
happened to us
uneventful
again.
and pleasant walk.
you hear... It's too fucking much. You hear from down the alleyway... Psst.
All of us?
Oh, you hear that. Well, not Cat, but...
Oh. You pissed
Hiram.
yourself.
Hiram, I think somebody in the alley is trying to get your attention.
I don't think it's for me. The sting sounds like it's coming for you guys.
Can't you whisper to people?
Hey, psst. See, I can do it to you. You can
think
get.
so.
It can happen to you.
It could be for all of us.
It could be for all of us. Let's go
Remember
check
you
it
have
out.
You have like special.
Yes,
whisper-
let's bring the
message.
mayor into a dark alley.
Into the pist?
Yeah.
Into the alley?
Yeah, into the piss.
Don't you just have like a special ability?
Stephen
that you got
King's The
in your box
Pissed.
that allows you to whisper to people?
I pissed these steps. Let's go.
Did Poppy piss on someone?
I stopped listening because that's horrifying.
Yeah.
Everyone, careful where you're pissing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do something like that.
Take
You and
it
me,
sprays if
same
you don't have
humor.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever heard
I hate
right
you
after
so much.
diarrhea.
Don't bring it back. Abria's reminding me that I can whisper into people's ears.
You're messaging the source of the
Not
noise.
just whispering. I can. Like,
I'm
it's
sorry,
not
you're
just
messaging toward the source of the noise.
I can literally whisper in their ear.
Oh, right, you
Yeah.
have that ability, yes.
Yes.
What are you saying?
Let me whisper in here.
It was in my head.
Wait till you see my.
It feels like I'm there, and I do. I go, "Hello, Mama. Let me whisper."
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, that's fucking weird.
Oh, it's him.
Okay, sorry guys, we gotta do this again.
Oh,
And
Hiram.
he looks like literally like an additional foot tall and ripped as shit.
What did Ella say?
Blight. Just
I start eating
casting
and watching.
blight
Great, is that a con
immediately.
save?
Yeah, I'm gonna
What's the
say
DC?
probably a con save.
Probably.
I was 15.
Great, he failed. And the P90X guy is coming at you. So what happens?
He's not made of plant, is he?
No.
He's a guy. What?
I don't know, man. Like,
There's been other things before.
Klulik would like to just let Hiram know. You know what? That was for us, buddy. Why don't you run on ahead? We'll meet you at dinner.
Okay, I'll see you at the inn.
See you at the
I'll
end.
go with you.
If
No terms are available. Keep keeps walking.
Okay.
If Taylor's already there, tell him I'll be there soon.
Okay. Oh, gee. All right. It's a lot to remember.
You're
I'll
the
write it down.
mayor,
Hang on.
dude.
I always have all my numbers in front of me.
You've got to get your shit together.
Needs
Come
in
on.
the eights.
Oh, you have an accent now.
Oh, it's an accent now. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Great. So what do you? Oh my God! There's so many freaking die.
I do one thing. I do two things.
You might do nothing.
I drink and I know
after
things.
7,
Yeah.
10, 16, rude.
A nice
I do
topical
and I
reference.
roll
Things.
7,
Yeah.
31. Hey, look, 33.
Wow. Yeah. How does that blight look on Guy?
Bad.
Does he rock it?
Can he pull it off? Be honest.
You know, I guess it, as the avatar of death, it probably quite suits him. I think it probably just as I reach out, since it is more of a ranged spell, it's almost like his skin starts to like get that like dark black veiny mess that starts to reveal whatever skeleton he might have remaining to him. I don't know.
You know what?
No, Ella, you made him cooler.
He just starts sloughing, and he grabs like fistfuls of face flesh and peels it down to reveal like the skull beneath.
Fistfuls of face
back.
flesh.
Oh my God, that's so much better.
He's the
Okay,
funniest thing I've
my
ever
turn. Ugh! And he throws like a spike arm at you,
All right.
and that hit. Oh my God!
Face flesh is the name of my new band.
It wasn't a nat 20. It was a 24.
All right.
That hits, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna keep going up every time he comes back.
This
Oh
guy
my God.
sucks.
That is 19 points of damage
All right.
as he spikes you right in the undershell.
Ella! Oof. Now that is not very kind.
All right, who's next? Who wants to mess with this?
I love this.
Let's go.
4 Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, blast me!
Oh, no.
Take it back. Take it back.
No!
Walk away. Walk with me. I'm going with Kai. Yeah.
Is it targeting?
You're not gonna do it?
I stop higher
Okay,
and I
great.
go, hold on. Hey, come on.
Yep.
He comes at you and is also gonna
I've left.
throw. Oh, he's gonna chase you. And actually, he's gonna take a shot at you as you leave.
He actually wants to kill us this time.
She was never in
Very
his
different
threatened range.
behavior.
What is
He's
this?
pursuing.
All right.
He's on the move.
Hit me.
It does hit for
Do
sure.
you want it to hit you?
And
Fine.
does
I don't give a shit.
Did she get
13
to?
points of damage. Does she get to what?
No, you can take the damage. It's fine.
But also, it will hellish rebuke.
Yeah.
Roll it.
There
he
we
has,
go.
What was it, 34 on him so far? Was that Ella? Your blight was 34 damage?
33.
33? Okay, great.
I mean, 34 if you want it.
Yeah.
You know what, man? That's not.
He did rip off more of his face, so
He did damage.
that extra.
I'll
one
give you
point
the
of damage.
34 for the facelessness.
That's 2 10s so far.
Let's go.
28. 33 points of damage on a
Wow,
hellish
it
rebuke.
matches.
Ow!
Hey.
Look at us.
He gets 13 points of damage off on you and also hits Ella
Again?
for the original hit for the, was it 19 thereabouts?
I can't remember. I put it in my.
However,
I put it in my D&D Beyond.
As
It was a
you
lot.
reel back, how do you rebuke hellishly?
So I'm like picking up to chase after Kai. So he like hits me in the back.
Yeah, like,
And I'm just like, what the and I just kind of instinctually like swat him off of me, and fire comes straight out of her hands, and her fire never quite looks like natural earthly fire in any capacity. It has that kind of like more yellowed celestial glow to it, and she just kind of like blows it through his chest, and it's just like, what the fuck, man? I was walking away.
and you see he starts to burn from the inside out, and it smells like crispy bacon as he sizzles and sears, and his body starts to crumble to ash. This is my villain arc, you guys. I'm coming back. I'll see you shortly.
Your villain arc sucks.
Yeah,
not
it's really
good.
not.
It's gonna get so much worse.
I always say
Where'd
that
Kettle
guy.
go?
I always say that guy sucks, but that guy really sucks.
Sucks.
Clulick.
Yeah.
Okay, come here for a second.
Yeah.
Can I see your robe?
Yeah, of course.
And I want to be casting mending to fix the
Ooh.
robe, so that you don't have to pay for it.
Oh, thank you. I honestly, more than anything, I didn't want to break Taylor's heart. You
That's
know,
very sweet.
he works very hard on these things.
I can't wait to meet him. No, but wait. I know everyone keeps saying we shouldn't talk about it and
Yeah.
that it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I think that's a big deal.
It seems
I
to
don't
be,
want to get
no,
killed by a greasy man with no bones.
Nobody does. If you're gonna get killed by a greasy
He
man,
has at least one bone.
he should have. He should
He's
have
got a
bones.
skull now.
Skull.
I know we're all very scared of
There's
the
a lot of bones in the
king,
skull. You
Yeah.
know that, right?
but this guy, he seems very mad and very capable, and now he's got a patron that's helping him kill us.
Well, he seems to be getting more capable every time.
Yes, so
we
why
should-
are we still killing him
Well,
and
because
not just imprisoning him?
that's a great question. I think because we don't usually do that. Should we try imprisoning him since he comes
Where?
back stronger? I don't know. We don't usually do that. That's what I just told him.
I think we have to kill him so he can come back.
No, but that's. But I see what she's saying. Where every time we kill him,
Yeah, but I feel it
you want the
feels like
hold
we're
him-
contributing to some kind of
not there.
cycle that means something greater than.
Okay.
That's kind of how I've always seen it.
You know?
Maybe later I
But I would-
help him in the ring just a little bit.
I would love to talk more about how to imprison him so he doesn't keep coming back stronger. You know, but let's once again
We'll workshop
pin it.
Yes, okay.
Because we've got other stuff.
I can pretend to be his dad or whatever.
Where
We
do you
find
come
ourselves. We find
If she was
ourselves
talking,
back-
I can talk.
we find ourselves back in the Quaestor's office.
Where there's no one.
Ali and Akir are both still there.
Oh, dang.
Where do you find yourself, and what are you doing, Kettle?
I'm gonna go hide under the desk until they leave. It's closed, right? Everyone should be going home.
Oh, they're burning the midnight oil. No. No, they do pack up their things, put their files and folders away, chat amongst themselves as they make their exit, ostensibly to also return to the inn for the evening.
Now's my chance.
He says out loud to himself, I imagine.
I would like to search. I would like to search the desk first.
Roll.
Kettle has no inner monologue. It's all
No,
outer
It's all
monologue.
monologue.
That's great.
Roll investigation.
It's giving Kronk from the original.
I would like to say that Kettle calls himself a detective, but that is in no way reflective in his skills or class.
No,
or
I know.
anything.
We love that for you.
He's got a -1 to investigation.
Let's do it.
No, he's a detective.
He's like Batman.
7.
There are rerolls,
Oh yeah, let's do it.
which have not been used once so far.
No, wait.
Keep
More,
going.
take him.
Even worse.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh my god.
That's a natty 1.
Keep going.
More.
You want it to
On
die?
my kanji 20. Aha, 16.
Nice.
Plus.
How would any of us know?
15.
Um,
You don't read kanji.
I know. I'm
We're gonna
He
study.
speaks Swahili. Don't worry.
I'm a terrible quarter Japanese guy. Okay, that was 16
Yeah.
total. Nice.
Well, actually 15. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh,
the
okay,
minus
15
1.
total. That's enough. What are you looking for here?
I'm a
Anything
terrible
that
quarter
deals
Japanese
with this
guy, but only because
family
I'm not a quarter
crest.
Japanese.
The
That's how you do
tan
this.
burn
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say for that.
specifically is Bilvin my daddy?
You're digging around for a bit. It doesn't take you terribly long. The files are alphabetized and they are
classic
like
children's
geographically ordered as well.
Oh no, I can't read. No, just kidding.
Oh my god. Then you better leave.
That sign can't stop me.
You can find the files on Delta's Meat, the capital of Imperia. You can find files on the council, on the various aristocratic families. You do find a file on the Tarnburns as well, Tanburns as well.
Okay. You keep saying it differently.
I'm sorry, Tanburns.
Thank you.
The Tanburns as well. Because I changed the spelling 6 times while I was writing the episode. I couldn't make up my mind.
Don't do that.
Tanburns.
You could just spell things the way they sound.
No, the pronunciation changed 6 times, and thus the spelling. Seriously, check the spelling for this word. Tanburn. It's straight up normal. It's just.
But
very
you
simple.
tried like 5 other
did, you
fucking
tried to
things
make it weird.
first.
Some burn.
There's an apostrophe in there. He's gonna kill one
So,
of us.
that said,
He's gonna kill one of us
you
for sure.
find files discussing this individual more so in his childhood, as he was raised up outside of the meat, in nearby towns.
You hear
Um,
it, right?
Outside of the meat. Delta's Meat. MEET.
How close is it to New Ape Come?
Listen,
Yeah, actually, what is the relative distance from meat to come?
I have to go.
I'm going to kill
It's the better part of
every one of
1/6.
you.
Can I
It's
join?
1/6 of a dinner, baby.
Yeah,
So,
here you go. We'll just Oh, perfect.
But they detail his last known residence.
If one of you is
and
on
the
an
estate
SSRI.
at which he was raised and that his family still ostensibly holds ownership over, which is not far from the urban Delta's Meat. That is all the information you find, though.
How far is Delta's meat from? I can speak normally. From where we are now.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump. It's in the very, more or less the northeast of the continent.
Okay.
Metric or standard hop, skip, and a jump? Maybe.
Yeah.
Is there anything else on this project that Bilvin was working on? Anything? Any notes about what he was doing?
Nothing that made it down to Kasusai. But you have a lead on where to find him. That's the best you got right now.
Okay. I'll check the other desk.
You just rifle around.
Yeah, why not?
You
Detective
find
baby.
socks.
Free day.
It's his
Sandwich.
detective name, Detective Baby.
And 2 silvers. And
Watch that.
a mysterious flask.
It's part of the boss baby.
Fun.
Yeah,
Artisanal
I-
spring water.
Take a sniff.
A sniff.
Water sommelier.
He is a water expert.
It does not smell like water.
Ooh, interesting liquid.
Gross.
But it's not a scent you've ever scented before.
You're coming with me.
Whose desk was it in?
It's got to be Allie's, right?
I'm hoping it's Allie's.
It's gotta be Allie.
Oh, that was Allie.
Yay!
Yeah.
Allie slaps.
Yeah,
Also-
love an assistant with a flask in their desk.
I'll leave the silver.
There's
though.
someone in Boros just named Allie.
Yeah. You
It's
no, but it's
short.
spelled
What's
with 2
it
X's.
short
It's
for?
short for New Ape Come.
I put more work into her last name.
What's
What's your last
Don't
name?
say it for
No,
us?
we'll see
Say
if
it
you
for us.
talk to her. We'll see.
I won't.
Meanwhile, Kettle, I'm assuming you leave at that point.
Yeah.
To reconvene back at the inn.
Just like we planned.
Wonderful. As you all enter the inn, and Kettle begins to make his way over as well, we find ourselves entering into a scene that at first looks like an ordinary sort of inn interior, but changes as you enter in a curious sort of way. And Dazzle, I'd like you to tell us a little bit how you envision your death rehearsal.
So, this is my funeral.
Yes.
This is everybody gathering to spit on my grave or celebrate my life. Whatever they may choose, and I understand both sides of that coin. It is elaborate. It is lavish. There are activities. There are many things to do. There's a little table where people
Pin the
can
wings on the.
yeah, where people can build wings. There's a bunch of like craft supplies laid on a table so everybody can make their own wings to wear for it, and I want everyone to wear them like essentially stuck to their backs, just equally as effective as mine were in my life.
Yes.
There's a lot of like glitter and various like rich looking fabrics surrounding it, and my coffin is propped up, and you know how people like pin butterflies?
Mm-hmm.
She is wings out. No! Watching above her funeral so dramatically, and it's like me there right now, obviously.
Love it.
Perceiving through my eyes, watching everybody come in and like assessing like whether they're gonna like mourn, who cried enough.
I will say, as you all walk into this, there's a sensation of not being completely sure what you're seeing.
Yeah.
You feel like this might be reality, but it's probably a mix of that and
We
some...
feel that vision.
Yeah.
Yes,
You didn't have to describe that.
Wow.
What the fuck was absolutely tripping off the tongue
will-
upon entering?
Yeah.
Welcome to my funeral!
Wait, why? How? What?
You die?
happening?
No! But I'm going to eventually.
Oh, is this like a practice run?
Yes!
How?
Can I work your funeral?
Oh my god, of course!
Hi.
How? I hate this.
For a moment
What is
as you
happening?
enter, there's just a little buzzing in your head. Just the begging of a familiar memory, and then it's gone again.
Do you know how this works? Is this fake bullshit? You looked like you knew something.
I was beginning a thought, and then it vanished because I saw the wing stop.
Yeah, the Wingstop is weird, but she's always
This was
talked about
catered by
it.
Fantasy Wingstop.
100%.
Are you talking about the Wingstop, or are you talking about the Wingstop where you make your own wings?
Can we go touch it? Because
Yeah.
if so, I'm already making wings.
Yeah. So again, it's like one of those things
eat
where
wings.
all the people in here seem to not be interacting with the setup, but they also are. Like when they approach the wing stop, they seem to almost assemble one but it feels like they could be perhaps stacking dishes. It's hard to say for sure, but this is what you're perceiving.
This is what they were doing all day while we were sleeping.
It must have been.
What a fun surprise! This will be good. It'll get everyone more used to death.
Yes,
It's a good thing.
We've been facing death like 4 times a day lately,
I'm
so
halfway there.
I want to
say
make
that.
sure that if I get merged, somebody's gonna have a really cool party for me.
You know, I told you, I'm gonna have the coolest party for you.
I know, but like, you get the idea now. And also, you said that when you were a little bit different, and the things you appreciated in life were a little bit different.
Well, it's not about me. It's about you.
Dion,
I'm good. You're my sister. I'm gonna throw you whatever you want.
Oh, I see. You think I'm gonna die first?
I mean, statistically, no, but I just have this feeling.
Yeah, that's fair.
As we enter into Dazzle's death rehearsal, and Simi, who is at the bar, notices your approach with shock and a little bit of upset, we're going to cut to a confessional of a tree.
Oh my god.
It better be a weeping goddamn
Weeping
willow.
willow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's a gift, baby.
That's a griever's tree.
Oh.
3, 2.
I did not know trees were.
I have worn my best black moss for tonight because I have heard a rumor on the branch that there is going to be a death in Kasusai tonight. It is hard for a tree to go places, but I have followed the party here all the way from Kalangwa. Once I caught sight of Dazzle in all of her dazzling beauty. I could not stay away. I hear her fest was also great, but she's not here anymore. But I would follow Dazzle to the ends of the earth. Unless, of course, she dies. But, I mean, Denkai is totally on it. I don't want to overthink it. Hey, it's a somber event. We're at a funeral. I fear getting too close because why would a tree be in a bar? So I will watch from the outside and participate however I can as I pin a couple little wings onto my branch in honor of Dazzle's death rehearsal, which hopefully will not come true for a very long time. Meow meow.
Hey, just checking. Is anyone getting like super creepy fucking vibes from the tree in the window?
The tree in the window!
I'm just getting
It
super.
is looming.
There's
It's
just
a
a
looming-
willow in the window.
It looks like a looming willow.
It does feel like there's a lot of pollen coming off of it.
There's like
Oh my god!
Montage has blood.
there's an uncomfortable tension coming from that
Yeah.
tree, but that's not important. It is about me.
Should I stop
That
asking
rhymes.
now?
I think it's probably best if we just suspend whatever
I
disbelief
made
is
mine
left.
out of popsicle sticks, so they look like bones.
I have bones from the wing stop over there.
Dang it, I should have done that.
Alright, we gotta go eat more wings.
As you all diffuse into
I
the
do what?
tavern.
Uh-oh.
No, wait, no, please. I promise, I swear.
God, put me back together.
And you also walk in and see this yourself.
Oh no,
Mel.
Dazzle's dead! Oh,
Not really.
oh
This is
how?
This is just practice, sweetheart.
Oh, you're fine. Or fainted.
I got her.
She like waited for someone to like go behind her.
Correct.
Oh, I would've
Is there like a
guessed.
corpse pig for like the fainting version of you? Like that like catches like,
Like
a
an
faint...
undead pig.
No. Like,
like
for
a
people that was
taxidermy.
faint
Boar,
from
fainting
sadness. A fainting boar.
Oh, there's definitely got to be fainting boars all over this place. The funeral is filled with fainting boars.
And we're lousy with fainting boards.
Lousy with
Each
them.
one a little ottoman unto itself.
That's
It's gotta try.
I expect
Poppy
everyone.
sits on the
I
floor.
miss. You can miss them. It's hard. The thing you do is hard to do.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Can
No
somebody
one's
give
ever-
me
Oh no!
Remember, there's a rocking rhythm too.
Oh my god. Outside of all this, the inn is bustling with patrons, especially for this time of day, as people have come off of their trades and are relaxing or making wings for the evening. A melting pot of people dine and drink together, several on instruments, at the front of the house, while get more read quietly in elevated windowed nooks lit by gas lamps where sun would ordinarily be coming in during the day. The name of the inn, of course, being familiar to you, you've already met Hiram at this point, and as a matter of fact, Simi, Hiram's wife, is behind the bar and notices you as you come in. Now, what are you guys all doing here?
Oh, did Hiram not tell you we
Do
were
you want to
coming?
buy this one too?
Wait, is it on the market?
No, we
Okay.
are staying here.
Okay, you have to understand how weird what you just said is then.
In fact, our family will be here for at least the next 1,000 years.
Okay, but you have to
don't know.
understand that if you opened your sentence with, do you want to buy this place, that we are not the weird ones for thinking you are selling it.
I just feel like you're gonna come in here and say something super persuasive, or some weird fucking dude's gonna come out of the floor, and I'll be like, I'll wanna leave.
Actually, I just want to pull out my Shimmy Stand's deed of land.
Oh,
1,000 years?
NG.
Bet.
If you're gonna lay the challenge in front.
I've always got a piece of paper to fuck up your plans, Vince.
Here's the thing. You didn't have to start off defensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you started with, do you
I
want to
Act
buy
like
this
they
place?
robbed you.
I'm so
You
glad.
sold it to them.
I'm so
was-
glad the inn is not whatsoever relevant to the backstory.
I
here.
was so happy just being a business competitor that you opened with, do you want to buy
You
it?
you want to use the deed of land? You
We're
certainly can.
franchising, baby.
Here's something
Is
you need
this
to
what we
understand,
use this
Simi.
for?
Everything's for sale.
I stopped being a Lingerville.
Well, we'll see.
bad.
Everything's for sale. Everything's a negotiation. That's what business is. Right, Kai?
I was going by a pseudonym.
You can't for a legal purpose.
You don't know me.
If we're buying, we gotta do.
Narc.
Are
Otherwise,
you
we don't really
using-
own it.
Are you using your Shimmy Stand's deed of land for the Kasusai South March Inn and Sup House?
I think you mean the Kasusai Fantasy TGI Fridays.
That's up to Kai.
Do
And
we
then
want?
to Kai.
Are we franchising? This will be number 3. How nice is this building?
About 2 stories in good condition because everything they do is to a high standard.
You gave me like a really nice like wob and dawdle, whatever daub
It
daub
has
and
nooks
waddle.
with stained glass
They're
windows.
killing it.
Yeah. I'll get there eventually.
This is mostly hardwood paneling, which is all of the various.
How's the
Into
foundation?
it.
I'm walking around
Walls,
doing a
floors.
full inspection.
I'll walk
I
with
get
you.
this
know
building
what?
for free.
Seems
How many square
level.
feet?
Firm.
Yeah, do they have slow close drawers?
Literally stop.
Will this building be around for 1,000 years?
That I can't tell you.
No, you can't. I take it.
Okay.
Yay! Crap! This is
Now
ours
it's an
now.
escrow.
Roll for
Now we have to stay here.
We didn't stay at the last 2 places.
Nope.
Yeah, nope.
Bobby
Don't forget
doesn't
we
know.
have fantasy
The other
chilies
one
too.
just
Quill-
died.
Chili's.
So
It's important to have like places all over that, you know, we can stop in, that we can own, that we can.
this is great. We don't have to pay for a room now. We all need.
Exactly.
You know,
I'm gonna
what?
clean out. I'm cleaning out
I was
the
just
bathtub
saying.
to
I
start.
was just gonna say. Do I see Hiram?
yeah, he's walked in.
Hiram, come on over. Have a drink with us and see me.
Welcome to Fantasy TGI Friday.
Hey everyone, you know what? I actually want to announce something.
Go ahead.
Fantasy
This is
apple.
Us too.
kind of a big thing that I've been meaning to, I've been planning it for a while. My term as Quaestor is up this month, and I'm going to be
Good.
running for provincial governor in Delta's Meet.
Oh.
So,
Hey.
at least for a time, we're going to be leaving Kasusai until, of course, we are settled in. Hopefully, I win the election, and we'll relocate back down here. And
On my big day,
You know
he
that-
always has to one up me.
You know that government is a cancer. You're aware of that?
what?
I mean, I'm just asking.
Well, hey, isn't that why people like us need to be involved to make it better?
That's politics talk. I'm so
are
glad we
you?
just bought your in.
This feels like Chirp I'm talking to right now.
You're like a serial capitalist.
Yeah.
Why would we trust you?
I opened 2 inns.
Also,
And now
as
you
soon as
have
we hurt,
none.
you have to understand this is not our fault. You were leaving anyway, so you can't even speak to us in that accusatory tone anymore. Like, this is not our fault.
Can I
Tone,
be
what
mayor now?
tone? No, I'm running for governor. I'm going to hopefully.
I'm talking to your wife.
Oh, listen, you have to use names.
I did.
They're,
She
they're
did.
both me.
She did
I
say
did.
see me.
Oh, you see me? Okay, listen, I'm dealing with
Yeah.
a lot of fucking people right now.
You're doing what?
That's my thing. Stop.
Yeah,
Wait.
Yes, I mean, it's a big move for us. It's a big move for us, and we're just glad the inn's gonna be in such capable hands as we now pursue high government.
Was this Was this a political flim-flam?
Hang on, yeah, I feel manipulated now.
What? No.
Did you?
You guys are gonna be great with the inn. You know what? As soon as he wins
Did
the
we look at the
election,
books?
We're
We
gonna,
didn't look at the
We're
books!
gonna come back down. We'll check on you. We'll visit. Make sure you keep serving the boar special on Thursdays. The people love
Do me a
it.
favor and never tell me what to do again.
Uh,
Get out of my
serve
inn.
the boar.
Get out of my inn.
You don't have the inn until
Chirp's looking at the books.
per local Empyrean law.
Escrow.
Oh, I'm so
After
sorry.
escrow closes.
It's a magical
so sorry.
deed.
It's
I
a
think we're
magical
stuck with it.
goddamn deed. I think upon using the deed, I have always owned this inn, and I want them off my
I'm
property.
with you. At the same time, I'm Shimmy Stan.
Shimmy Stan is dead.
There's a lot of fine
And
print.
one of us will join him. So you let us have
We're on our way.
I'm just gonna let y'all know that I have looked at the books. I am not good at math,
That's it.
and this
I
looks.
cannot read.
I'm not good at math, but I do know my colors, and a lot of this is red.
The books are in
Color.
perfectly fine shape.
This is. We
What's
have.
the insurance policy on here? Light it up.
Simi and Hiram go to pack their things and make way for the meet, where they will hopefully.
They're moving at like 8 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Because
made them.
Kai kicked them out.
They live in the inn.
No, they're just leaving anyway.
Oh.
They have another house down here. They have property here.
Oh, I should have taken their house.
This is like they are this
Turned
town.
it into a fancy TGI Friday.
So like you took
Become
the
their
inn,
competitors.
but like the South Marches run this town.
Sure.
Do you get
A little less today.
a monthly stipend for the businesses you own?
We're supposed to get money for the business.
You're assuming it runs in a profit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, whatever's in the coffers is in
Does it
Kai's
not?
pocket
No,
now. So
we're
how much
supposed
money do I
to.
have?
We're
Well,
supposed
here
to.
is one thing. The TGI
Yeah.
Fridays is
I'm
a whole
saying
different thing.
We're
yeah.
supposed to either get money for the business or put money into the business.
I always assumed that if we went back, they'd just be sitting on cash. Squangarlo ran that thing like a tight ship, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Do we think that?
Hey, we don't speak ill of Squangarlo right now.
He's not dead. And I rolled a natural one.
Oh, what a great guy.
Seems legit.
He made a thriving performance art community there.
Oh, that sounds profitable.
Should we buy Should we get Benianta a drink?
Sure.
Does the rock
Does he
does?
drink?
I don't know. Did you ask him?
I never really was able to communicate.
How's he gonna
with
eat?
the
He's a
rock.
rock.
You can talk to dirt. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Squangarlo was really the only person who could like converse with Benny in any kind of a meaningful way, and he would
I
just
think
like,
I can talk to Benianta.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Well, there's no harm in getting Benny Antha a drink. Let's get Benny Antha a drink.
How do you serve the rock a drink? How do you serve the rock a drink?
I
Is he a whiskey stone? Just drop it.
Yes.
Yeah, you just drop him in.
I go find a teacup.
And the great thing about it is he doesn't water down the whiskey.
and tie a tea bag to him so that he can float. Just like you know how you can wrap the string around the
Yeah.
end of the teacup? Yeah, so he can like
Oh, I
sit
see.
on a little buoy of a tea.
Listen.
She's making boozy rock candy out of
Listen,
it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. That is a rockin' whiskey.
Yeah, great.
You've done it.
He's Benianta. Don't be rude.
I'm sorry.
Who are you talking to?
I think
I know.
I think what you're doing is very nice.
He's still alive.
I know.
And submerged in booze. He seems very chuffed.
Yes. He needs a good week. He's a good week.
That said,
I hate that tone of voice.
as Simi is heading out, she says, wait, so hold on, I'm confused.
Us too.
Were you all coming in here just to... Were you all coming to town just to take the inn and that's it?
Oh, we had no idea actually that you were here.
Yeah, no, we were actually heading to Gustach.
Yeah, we saw the smoke and
Why
we
didn't you
needed
just
to
go
hit
straight there?
We don't know where it
know
is.
That's a great question. We thought we were.
A man in the sky said no.
Yeah, when you don't know
Some
where it is
motherfucker
and
made us
you just
stop.
say we go and
my
we park
gosh.
a car and then we just work
I mean, it sounds
somewhere.
like you followed the smoke, which you said you did
Yeah.
end of last week, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, which we definitely remember from
Everyone.
last week. But
I
yeah.
have a thing to say, and I think I messed up.
What'd you
Remember how we said we didn't know how to get there?
Yeah.
I forgot I have a map already.
Oh, you know, that's
I was gonna
fine.
say,
I take out
we
I
did,
take
'cause
out
we
the
definitely
Shimmy
did.
Stan's best laid plans map.
Oh, beans.
Oh yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay,
Sorry,
Poppy.
I was in jail.
You're okay.
You don't have to remember any of
This
the
was a
magical
lovely
items that
day.
you have.
We had a free day. It was awesome.
It was
and
wonderful.
then we acquired another business. None of this would have happened if you had opened up the map.
And I
This-
found out about my maker, kind of.
Oh, hey, wait, what?
Yeah, a little bit.
What
It's
did you
a-
find out?
The Tanbird family.
Yeah.
This Bilvin.
Yeah?
And,
Did you find anything?
nah, nothing useful, but I guess the last place he lived was Delta's Meat.
That's where you all are going.
They're gone.
Oh.
Oh,
Goodbye.
they left.
Wow, that's so rude of them.
Marches?
Well, we did get kicked out.
As the accoutrement of Dazzle's macabre death affair begin to fade, we find them actually replaced with something else. The scene around you doesn't go completely back to normal, it just changes in aspect and activity. Ella, would you tell us what we see in Ella's death rehearsal?
Of course. So, here's the thing. I worship the god of death and life, but mostly death.
Humble brag.
And when it's my time to go, I'm going to have lots of time to prepare. So nobody really needs to prep my funeral for me. And I think I have some concerns about saying goodbye properly, but also I don't think I'm going to be like gone. Like Fedor and I have kind of worked a few things out as far as being able to visit now and again. So the way that I'd always thought that my death would go, which as a death cleric I do kind of think about it a lot, is I would just kind of go away. Fedor.
Do you just vanish?
Well, Fedor would, after giving me time to prepare what I plan for them, I would just kind of walk away with Fedor and go where I'm supposed to go next. But I would leave behind me this huge table just laden with a feast for everyone, and there's a separate place setting for each person that I was particularly close to with their favorite foods, and folded up is like a little place setting for them, like a little name card, and when they unfold it, it's the written down recipe of their favorite food, so that they can still get to keep that with them. And there's food for the pets and animals and any like horses or shifty chickens they wanna join, just so that everybody gets to come together one last time and celebrate together. And I know that sometimes it's important to have like a place to go to grieve someone if you lose them. So I would use the last of my magic ability to make plants bloom, and I would just kind of like allow the footprints that I leave as I walk away with Fedor to kind of just like embed themselves in the ground and bloom. And so like my final steps out of this plan are marked so that someone, if they need a place to come back to visit me, they can.
Ella, you're the first mom to die and leave her recipes behind.
It's very nice.
And indeed, there
That's
is a
power
feast
gaming.
laid out, as you mentioned, and Ella's just gone.
No.
You
For
are
some
here.
reason, I stopped perceiving Ella.
This place card just says 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen.
What's hydrogen? I'm
As,
running out of blood.
as you find yourselves sitting down to a wonderful, heartwarming feast in memory of Ella, we have a confessional for Taylor.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
I love it when you get the NPC confessionals. Thank you for doing it.
Yeah.
I have a great time.
I want to know what
Coming
Taylor's
in.
allergies are.
Yeah.
Taylor confessional in 3, 2.
Sadly caught her.
Oh my god, where did the day go? Just finished all of my back orders, finally dyed this beautiful robe in the greens and blues. Look how, if I angle it, it shines, goes from one color to the next. I think it'll suit his feathers perfectly, and I cannot wait to bring it to them. I'm heading over to the inn right now, and I must say, it's nice to see some fresh new faces here in Kasusai. It's not really a very popular town. People only really come through here to see the orcs further south, but no one tends to stop and hang out. But it's nice that they decided to spend some time in our town and, hang out in the inn owned by the South Marches. May it forever remain.
Taylor is
I'm
also
Catholic.
Christian.
That said, oof, I better get over there right now. I'm sure he's going to be wanting to wear this for the evening. It's a bit of a showpiece, of course, and I hope the loner robe I gave him's not come to any sort of disaster. And, whew, look at the time. It's about 9 p.m.
Oh, God.
Anyway, we cut back to the inn.
It's not the sign of the cross. It's the 4 spokes of the wagon wheel.
Oh, it's Lord Drive.
Sign the tan burns.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
We could make it a TGI Applebee's if we're branching out, or everyone here seems extremely religious. What if we just make this a church and make so much more money?
Right, that's
So
true.
profitable.
Cool, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly, y'all, I have a very personal aversion to fake religion and scamming people through fake religion.
You don't have to take your cut. That's
I
fine.
will say
You're a monk.
TGI Fridays stands for what?
Thank God it's Friday.
It's time to put the G back into
Can you put
TGI.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go.
Go
This
again.
is a fantasy TGI Friday.
What God?
Capital G.
There's no S?
Honestly, we don't
Girl.
specify, and we just let
It
people
could be
kind of
gods.
assign.
It could be gods.
Thank
Yeah.
God's it's Fridays.
Yeah.
If you never say, then they
Because
it's
it's not
kind of
just-
an all-comers
they assume
thing.
Because it's not
theirs.
just one
Yeah.
Friday either. You can come every Friday. So it's
Yeah.
thank God's it's Fridays.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
The bell in the municipal building, or you assume from having seen it earlier, chimes 9.
We're
The
getting a bell.
municipal bell.
And you all find yourselves in various states of relaxation, fun, feast, or preparation for the evening and perhaps the day of traveling to follow tomorrow. But Kai, something is itching at your mind, a memory that wants to come forward, but it's struggling.
I think harder.
Wow. You didn't see that one coming, did you, Vince? You idiot.
I want to take a moment for all of us to sit back and take a lesson on flavor.
Wow. Not every sentence is a banger.
Okay, I'm sorry. Are you Guy Fieri? Because I am in Flavor Town right now.
Disagree? That was a banger. Go on.
Abria, if anyone in this room can relate to not always dropping bangers, it's me.
No, he usually
We
drops
good.
bang for some reason.
Thanks.
No, you heard her. She thinks harder. Now what?
Yeah.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Ooh. Okay.
I will say there are also rerolls.
Let's get a reroll in the cut.
Thank you.
Okay, that's a 16 plus some amount. Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Oh, this is a TGI Fridays. It's great. That's fine. Oh, you said wisdom save?
I did, yeah.
17.
There is something trying to hold the memory back that you're actively fighting, trying to avoid that force in your mind. Your vision becomes a little bit hazy, and it starts to return to you bit by bit. Meanwhile, I'd like everyone to please sound off for me precisely where in the inn you currently are, and we will then resolve what comes next.
Are we out of my weird, not funeral?
The feast is still present on the table, although you've had time to fully dine, for sure. It's been perhaps the better part of half an hour or so since you sat down to eat.
I disappeared in my not funeral. Where am I?
Well, you can
Would you like to
choose
be?
to physically disappear if you
Yeah.
want to, or like Dazzle, a representation of you could
Okay.
have done something.
Cool. then
As
I'll
we
just,
have the
like,
Dazzle
yeah.
pinned up.
I will
Which
have
is
just
so
joined.
fucking weird.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So
So then I'll
cool.
just have joined all my friends eating, I assume, like at the table with everybody.
Would you all have remained at the table for this entire duration, or broken off to explore other parts of the
I would
inn?
have broken off. I did make Benny Anta, or not, yes, Benny Anta tiny wings for the previous funeral, and then little food. But Poppy is now performing at the head of the table.
Great. Would you be near where like the other minstrels and musicians are? Because there is like a front of house area for that.
Yes, she's near front of the house.
Great.
Kai would have walked outside to try to like clear her head and think harder without the distraction of an excellent performance.
No, it's okay. I'm loud.
It carries.
I think Klulik is talking with Dazzle and Ella about what to do with the new location. I think we're talking about what's
And
and
the kettle has also gone outside, having cleared off all the water on the table, is eyeing up the horse trough.
Oh God.
Oh, that can't be good for you, sweetheart.
I'm actually going to step away from the design conversation because I'm trying to find where the hell Taylor is because I paid money for that robe. So I'm going to like step out of the inn because maybe he didn't know where we were staying and we didn't clearly communicate that. And I'm going to kind of like wander about through like that center of town there a little bit, looking out for Taylor.
Sure. Well, as you walk out, and because Ella, you are also with Chirp.
so we're just talking. We're just like the flow of this place is entirely different than the other one. You know what I mean? When people come in, we got to figure out how to get them.
Right, but it's like more cozy and like homey, so we could like structure the menu to be more like, you know, homely fare.
I just don't know where the dancing ducks are gonna go.
Oh, that's true. Maybe we could go on a little platform.
And from there, we have Poppy performing in front of house. Kai clearing her head outside. We have Klulik and Ella who have a sidebar discussing the updates to the inn. We have Kettle who is eyeing the horse trough also outside, perhaps within sight of Kai.
And everybody's fine.
We have Dazzle, who has wandered out
Everybody's
more
good.
toward the center of town.
Not far.
Not very far. And
Yeah.
from here, you can see all the
Just, like,
various
peeking around.
shops from earlier. There's the apothecary store, the weaponsmith, the armor, all the various shops that are now, for the most part, closed and shut down as the sky is now quite dark and night has come. Wonderful. And you're all going about your own business until we return to Poppy. Poppy, please roll me a con save.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
There are rerolls. There are currently
Can I
1,
do that
2,
for
3, 4,
rerolls?
5 rerolls. I will allow a reroll for this, yes.
Okay.
15 or bust, at least.
Come
Yeah.
on, baby. I'll do one
You need the better
reroll.
part of a 15.
Yeah.
You know
better
what?
part of it.
16.
I will
17,
cry.
18, 19.
19.
19, okay.
That's good. She's sturdy.
You retain consciousness, but you feel something churn in you suddenly. Your heart begins to pound, and you can feel your pupils dilate. At the same time, Kai, from outside, you remember everything. The card, the poison, that someone is going to die. Tell me, you two, what happens next?
Oh god. Oh god.
Poppy is moving and she kind of looks straight up at Klulik, and then you see Little Spoon fall limp, and she kind of starts moving forward, and she goes, "I don't feel so good."
Klulik's up
And she
immediately.
goes to like lean over the table.
As this is oh go ahead.
Klulik just grabs her immediately. Poppy, 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 Poppy. Sits her down. Are you okay?
What's happening, sweetheart?
Are you okay?
I don't think good things happened.
And she just starts muttering.
No. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do something. Ella, we gotta do something.
Okay,
And
let me
then-
just take a look.
Momentarily, because I also want to transition to Kai, this is happening simultaneously. You have this realization. What do you do?
I think Kai's face, and she's in her kind of like normal, sort of just dark-skinned humanoid form, immediately blanches back to full changeling, and she grows like long fangs, and her eyes go to slits, remembering the snake card, and she just screams, "The poison card!"
What?
Wait, who's poison? Are you poison, sweetheart?
And you all would have heard that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
close enough.
Especially since you were outside. I
Yeah.
will run to Kai. What do you mean, poison?
You're fine. You're fine.
What?
Inside, and just turn and run back inside.
When Klulik sees everybody come in, he's like, "She's not okay. She's not
Uh,
okay."
Bobby, no!
I'll cast Cure Wounds immediately. Just here, sweetheart. Just drink a little bit of this.
No, no,
Just
no,
a
no,
little
no.
cup of tea.
She's dying.
She's dying.
I'm dying? Is Guy here?
No, you're not dying.
Why does everything
Wait,
look
dying
weird?
Do something.
Do what?
You're okay. You're okay.
I'm okay.
You're okay.
Is Little
Wait,
Spoon
what?
okay?
Little
What
Spoon's
can
fine.
fix it?
I
What can
cannot
fix it?
feel him.
What does the
No.
card say?
Little Spoon's okay.
Poppy.
You're both gonna be fine.
Yes.
You feel your body weakening. You feel something terrible in you, draining your very life away. But this is not a one and done process.
Okay.
Roll me another con save.
I can cast a restoration spell for the
21.
poison.
The people who were exploring the town earlier,
That's just me and Klulik.
roll me a history check with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, I did terribly.
Rerolls.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
rerolls.
rerolls.
Okay, I did way better. That's a 19.
Not looking good.
Okay.
Let me see one more. 13's my best.
This was not a terribly high DC, because it was today you were looking around. One thing stands out in your memory as you were exploring the town, just the two of you who broke off from the long resters. You recall people going into and out from the apothecary shop, looking terribly ill and sick, even on death's door, and coming out quite fine. You don't know what they might be stocking, but it occurs to you there could be something there to at least forestall her fate.
I'm gonna pull Klulik away from Poppy really quick.
I'll be right back.
Klulik,
I'll be right back, I promise.
What healing can I do?
remember? I said we would steal something today, okay? The shop is closed, but we can go get it.
Okay. I'll go. I'll
Please,
go.
No. We'll go. I know where. I saw it. I saw the people walking out with the thing.
Okay.
We can.
I'm gonna run and get help.
Okay.
You stay here. You're safe here, okay?
I trust
Okay.
your heroes.
And I'm just gonna like kiss Poppy's forehead and just go. We'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Do I
Okay.
remember
And I'll
that-
squeeze her hand. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't think I remembered something. I don't remember this.
You don't have to remember nothing, sweetheart. You just you drink a little bit of this tea right now, okay? You
I'm gonna-
relax. You take deep breaths.
I'm gonna slip Poppy's rose-colored glasses on her, and then. Yeah, but they've been given to
They're
her
mine
now,
now.
so they are hers
I
now.
want them.
And then I'm gonna take off.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because I was just outside, I saw where you mentioned that like apothecary was.
Yes.
I know where it is relative to here.
Really back where the car is, essentially. Klulik and Dazzle go to the apothecary shop. You had a question.
Do I remember the exact phrasing on the card?
I will tell you, you know the poison to be, as it was interpreted, deadly and undetectable. So you don't necessarily know it to be an absolute impossible death sentence, as in there's nothing you could possibly do, but if not that, it is the closest to that you could come. And even if it is that, perhaps something could at least ease the process. It's the best you would know. Ella, were you attempting to assist Poppy in some way?
Yeah, Ella I'm gonna be trying to cast a cure wounds, and if that doesn't help it with anything, I'll cast a lesser restoration.
Beautiful. So a few things happen at once. I'd say start with a medicine check. Let's see if you can get an idea of what's happening with her.
All right, stakes are higher.
Bardic
With
inspiration.
With every passing second, the embers in her hair are going lighter, and she is shaking in your hands.
We need a blanket or something. Can we?
Yeah, I got it. And I'll go grab the blanket for that Klulik used.
Okay,
Beautiful.
That's 13 plus it's a medicine check. Oh God.
Those fae are very tricky, aren't they?
They are.
They're
So
letting
16.
Me go.
That is sufficient to determine that yes, it appears something is poisoning her. There is something inside her that is infecting her body and draining her life. You couldn't identify it down to its very specifics, but that much is certain. You might try cure wounds, and you'd have to see how well that takes. But for a moment, we're going to transition the scene a little bit. The rest of you who are with Poppy can also, who are not Ella, as she already has, can make your own medicine check if you wish to see how well you can maintain her or keep her conscious and feeling okay.
I'm going to be doing something else.
Oh, please, yes.
If we focus on Kettle, he had brought over this blanket that they used and then draped it over Poppy, but then takes Ella's back, and you see that the water around Kettle's hands sort of ripples out into like a soothing vapor.
Yeah.
And he's using bolstering magic on you. So confer. For 10 minutes, a creature can roll a d3 whenever making an attack roll or an ability check to add the number rolled to the d20. Or roll a d3, you gain 1 expended spell slot back. Level equals the number rolled or lower.
Okay.
So how many spell slots
did I just use? So I've already done a level 2 cure wounds, and I cast a 4th level blight, so that was probably
4th level I couldn't do.
But I did. Where's my lesser restoration? I think I used up all of my level 2 spells actually.
Get one of those slots back.
Okay.
Great. Now, all of this consumes a bit of time. You're bringing this over, performing the magic, you're testing the cure wounds, you're trying to fight what appears to be possibly a losing battle as her health ebbs and flows as you try and maintain her, but we want to transition for a moment to the apothecary shop.
Yeah.
Dazzle and Clulick, you find your way back to the other side of town, to the familiar, very Republic-style, windowed, columned shop near where the vehicle was parked. The doors appear to be shut. No lights come from within. This may have to be a bit of a B&E.
Okay.
What's the plan?
Clulick's gonna bang on the door real quick first, just to see if anybody's in there. Come on! Come on!
Do you still have your lockpick?
Yeah, I still have my lockpick. I
There's-
just wanted to see first.
There is no answer.
Okay. So I'm going to attempt to pick the lock of the apothecary shop.
Beautiful. Roll me, if you have thieves tools, you can roll that, so add your proficiency.
Cool. That's gonna be a reroll, please.
Take it.
If we got one.
We have been getting some more, so thank you for that. They are very handy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 25.
Oh, nice. Okay. I forgot you do this.
Yeah. So did he.
It's been a while.
So he basically pulls out his thieves' tools and he's like,
These old things.
and
Chirp.
it's just
I haven't heard in a long time.
it's
Right,
just
fantasy
straight,
bike.
it's just straight up Skyrim, you know, like the easy locks where it's just like, and he's just like, all right.
Beautiful. You do break in. The door gives way. You both are able to enter the apothecary shop. What are you looking for?
I'm gonna run around and I'm gonna pick up every bottle on the shelf looking for the kind of bottle that those people who were very ill were walking out carrying.
Yeah.
And also what looks like it's expensive and kept protected.
There is what appears to be, well, it's funny you mentioned that because there is a gated off, caged off section of the shelving behind the counter that appears to have bottles that even have a bit of an effervescence and glow to them that they are labeled as well. You can't read them from here, it's quite dark, but that looks like it would be the good stuff.
Okay, I hit straight back.
I can read in the dark. What's on the
That's
bottles?
True. So just want to read them from the door?
I can read them from anywhere, but I can come in.
Invited. Vampire? Because you're a vampire, you have to tell me.
No, that's
And you have to be
vampire
invited.
entrapment, and I would never do that. Clulick just runs back and starts reading the bottles. And it's
I'm
just
right
like,
there with him.
Great. There appear to be some.
While
that-
I'm reading them, I just also want you to know he's tasting some unmarked bottles
Oh.
because
Oh,
anything he
buddy.
tastes,
He knows.
he knows what it is.
That's going to come up later. But
Don't
Just
have
fantasy
detect
allergy
magic.
medication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Wait, I
taking
do.
any bottles that look like
Detect magic.
you know. I'm not taking any bottles that look like, ooh, this is spooky. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
there's one bottle that has just a guy on top,
yeah, like not trying that. But anything that looks like a normal bottle or anything that looks like, you know, utilitarian and not creepy.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will say, behind the gated portion, you are tasting various bottles. You are somehow actually thriving. You're doing okay.
Living my best
Crying
life.
water. It's clear.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. My student loans are paid.
Oh my god. However, behind the gate,
Yeah.
there is. Oh my god. There is one
I'm very
bottle
stressed.
that appears to be labeled Panacea.
Penicillin?
I don't know what that is.
That means
how does
that-
it glow?
It's locked, so you can't get back there unless you open up the gating.
Okay.
Roll it again. Meanwhile, actually, I want to hear you roll first.
That's gonna be.
Reroll,
That's gonna be a
reroll.
reroll.
Oh, damn, drop it. Like it's high.
Gross.
Oh, that's even worse. Do we have one more?
Another one. Yeah.
Yeah, you're working on this for a hot minute.
If we're waiting for him to roll better, can we just kind of
I mean, I've got 13.
Okay.
roll again?
Yeah, we have more. We have like
Okay.
7 year olds left.
Oh, wow.
I'm also happy to brute force try and break
I'll
this
do
thing.
one more.
Just
Blast it.
Yeah. I don't have like a hammer.
It's
or
50.
anything.
No,
that's
Blast
19.
it.
Okay. The gate, the lock comes loose, and access to the potions is available. But on that, as you grab the bottle labeled Panacea, hopefully that would do it. We're going to cut back to our friends, addressing Poppy here.
Question.
Yeah.
Okay, this poison is deadly, labeled deadly and undetectable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a spy and have worked in courts a lot. Would that help me narrow down the kind of poison that might be?
Iocane powder. No.
Ah.
There is actually a short to medium list of poisons that could meet that qualifier. I would say, though,
There's the better part of a sixth of a list.
I hate you.
Okay.
Um,
I've got a ninth of a chance.
the list, however, of poisons that are undetectable by anything would be quite small, including magical intervention, which you interpret this as possibly including. Like, even magic would not detect this poison.
Okay.
So yes, there are a couple that could match that description. What are you trying to divine about them?
Okay, I'm just gonna walk
Kai,
you
I
through what I'm
casted Lesser
thinking.
Restoration that cures poisons.
Shut
What
up!
do I do?
Hold on!
I will say this, you would also know that while certain substances may be able to alleviate the effects, you don't know of anything that could wholesale cure this poison. You understand that it is most likely to cause death. At the very least, no magical intervention would work.
Magic's not gonna work.
Well, then what's gonna
I
work?
can't.
It's
I'm gonna say a bad thing.
Take it.
You can bring her back.
You want me to end her?
No.
Kill her and bring her back.
And yeah, no. We got a diamond.
Hold on to that, and I want to try one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have an ability called Performance of Creation. I can create a non-magical item of my choice with a maximum value of 180 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Can I create the strongest antidote I think might be in the ballpark that would work here?
Interesting. So I'm sorry, remind me from the description there, do you have to have any sort of like understanding or knowledge of what you're creating, barring that it exists?
I mean, it doesn't say that, so I leave
Okay.
that to your discretion.
I would say with your experience in spycraft, which
But
would
it's
be
specifically non-magical.
a
just for what it's
necessity
worth.
for this,
Yeah.
you could craft an antidote to the strongest poison you are presently aware of.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's this one,
That's
who's
fine.
to say?
I
But
would
you
burn
could
the
do
ability.
that. Yeah.
Cool.
And does that just like appear before you? How does that manifest?
While you're reaching to go grab the diamond, I'm gonna walk over to like just a bottle of something on the bar from the funeral rehearsal feast and shatter it.
Whoa.
And then, like she pushes the glass onto the ground, and it falls in like a chime order. And she starts whistling along with the beat and uses that like tinkling of music to like re-summon the pieces up, and it forms a little vial. And then just inside the like closed sealed vial is whatever I think that strong antidote would be. And as she finishes like whistling this song, she's just got it.
Do you attempt to administer it to Poppy?
I don't know where the other ones went. We can try this. Maybe they're getting something else.
We might be running out of time.
I would whatever.
Speaking of, how quickly is this clearly deteriorating my systems?
You can feel yourself fading. It is gradual.
Okay.
But you feel it from 1 minute to the next. Do you feel like you still have a
Is it
little
like
bit of time?
shutting down my organs, or is this like a magical poison where it's just sort of like, someone turned the dimmer down on
So,
my soul?
Also,
Oh my god.
that's sick.
So much worse.
Because like there's your organs are shutting down and your body's doing things, and then
Yeah.
there's just like, I'm going into a slumber.
I'll say it's a bit of both. It's leaning
Okay.
toward the latter in that it is a
So she's
fading
just
sort of
shaking and
fatigue.
slowly starting to pass out.
You're fading
Okay.
away in a sense. Yeah, there is certainly pain involved. There is certainly discomfort in your body, specifically your
Okay.
chest as well. But it is more of a fading.
Okay. Can I give you something fun to do?
Make her poop herself.
No.
shit your
Dazzle,
gonna
put the
happen
glasses on my face.
Yeah.
What am I seeing while I'm fading away?
The truth.
Oh my god.
Add some lore to my life.
Mr. Tanburn?
Oh no.
Are you my dad?
What do you see from your own memories? This would be
Give me some
sure.
early memories that maybe Poppy doesn't remember she has.
Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting.
Yeah. You're gonna kill me. Add some lore. Make it hurt. Make it hurt.
I love you.
Perfect person.
Perfect person.
You see yourself looking up from a bed, a crib. There are walls next to you as well, and you feel quite small within. As you glance up, you see a face over you, but it's not a face you could recognize. You feel like you probably should, but you're not certain that you do. It is someone who is not mother, not father, maybe friend. Someone darker complexioned, with hair that streaks down in long, black, smooth strands and that hangs low into the crib. And you smell salt on the air, the sea. Just beyond the window, you hear the distinctive rustling, and you remember that back and forth of palm fronds as they sway in the breeze. An early memory, to be sure, and one that as it comes to you now, you are remembering is of Boros, is of a life here that you never had the chance to begin before you were whisked away to the summer wilds. And on that, as you reminisce over those questions, Kai, were you going to attempt to administer the solution, the antidote to Poppy, and Kettle slash...
Kettle slash?
Oh, yeah? Kettle slash Ella, were you going to attempt to put her out, to bring her back?
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna kill her intentionally unless it looks like she is in excruciating pain.
Then do you administer the antidote?
I do, and I'm just sort of humming, or no, just slowly singing a song, like a nursery rhyme in Sylvan. It's going to be okay, I promise.
I smell salt. It's getting harder to keep my eyes open.
You don't have to keep your eyes open, sweetheart.
You're almost there.
Okay. Just drink this, please.
Am I going to wake up?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You've gone through so many doors and veils. This is just one more. And then we'll bring you home. Okay?
Okay. Take care of Station and
And I give it to her while I'm crying.
Drink up, kiddo.
As you slurp,
And maybe the juice tastes good.
as you pull your crazy straw.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's part of the
She's got one of those
articulation.
like NASCAR 2 beer hats.
Yeah.
It also goes into like
Make me-
glasses.
That, Mr.
Yeah.
Crash. He's
Make
number
me
one.
one final con save.
Okay.
I
With
use
advantage.
bardic inspiration.
Do that.
Bless.
You also have a lot of rerolls.
I'm not gonna have to re-roll for this. Come on.
Okay,
Maybe
but bless,
after
hashtag
you
bless,
roll.
baby.
Spoke too soon.
Bless and bardic inspiration, and
Bless?
yeah, I just blessed
What's
you.
bless?
D4.
D4.
D4. Okay. Or wait, guidance, whichever one it is. It's one of the two. I have the check slots.
I believe in you. I believe in your ability to add these numbers.
18.
Okay. You can feel it. It's coming from your heart. And something is wrapped around it, squeezing and infecting it. You have just enough strength in you to try to remove it. What do you do?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can try to remove my heart.
There's something around you, something pulsing and magical that has locked onto your heart. With flavor, if nothing else,
Okay.
how would you try to rid yourself of that?
Okay.
Your roll was sufficient to make the attempt, plus the antidote Kai gave you. I rolled a DC that you will need to beat.
Interesting. Okay. Just for flavor, just adding
Yeah,
a bit of
just be
flavor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe use the memory.
Okay. It's small. I
I'm in your arms, and Ella is above me.
Don't look at Kettle.
Yeah, and Kettle's just got a thing ready.
Stage ready.
And I think Poppy, with like the last bit of her energy, as she's sort of, you see the twinge as she kind of like goes to like clutch her chest. But there's a breastplate, a very like metal breastplate in the way. So you see her kind of start to claw at her chest a little bit, and then she looks up at you, Ella, and you see her face soften. It was quite crunched from some of the pain that she was maybe not saying she's in, as it fades to a softer, and she reaches out to you, and she goes, "It's okay. My friends are heroes." And she casts guidance, and the way she's flavoring that is that she's trusting you to guide her because you guys are heroes, and she trusts you.
Ella, roll me a d20.
Oh no, now it's down to
Of all
Ella's
people.
roll.
You have rerolls, and I will permit you to use them.
Can I
some
give
dice?
her bardic inspiration for this too? Yeah.
Listen, it has never been more serious, and I'm gonna need you to deliver on what was promised. Okay?
Roll an empty tray.
Don't forget the D8 for bardic inspiration. And I'm flavoring that. I tried to like prestidigitate the smell of salt that you were smelling, and then I changed it to like the briny smell that you came from. God damn it! Can
What'd
you
you
just
roll?
roll good?
You can't flavor it, Kaylee.
Use
Christ.
the
Reroll,
Kaylee.
reroll.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah,
here,
yeah.
here.
Sorry,
There's
Josh,
the
I
best
tried.
dice.
You did.
Son of a
Yes,
bitch.
you use my metal dice.
Okay. It's 4.
Somehow they're
Haley!
negative.
You
Somehow
have
she's
room
using
to be
negative
used.
numbers.
Keep going.
It's also a 4.
Keep going.
You're gonna
These
die.
are different
We have
rolling.
7 more
Natural
left.
20.
It counts.
First time.
First time.
D8. That is an 8.
Yes!
28.
And guidance was a D4, right?
Ella,
Uh,
you feel, also the math is sufficiently high enough.
3.
Ella.
Okay.
You feel the guidance channel through Poppy, and something channels through you into her as well. You can almost see into her form, into her body, as you also perceive this thing that is latched around her heart and pulsing. You feel yourself able to almost reach in and pluck it out, even as Poppy still breathes.
So, just like with that sense, I'm just gonna try as delicately as I possibly can to try and keep her safe, like prize that energy, just out of her. Kind of like channeling Klulik almost the way that like he uses his own power to kind of like extend himself and like manipulate things from far away, but like using whatever like God-given powers that I have to just pull against that corruption or whatever it is, and just with all of my might and everything I have, just as you're imagining that, Poppy's chest is moving with every tug that you do mentally.
Poppy,
Let's go.
you feel the horrible thing come loose, melding through into and out from your flesh like it were dough, stringy and peeling away, coming even around the breastplate as it comes out.
Poppy screams.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Ella,
Lots of screaming.
Ella, you hold it in your hand. It looks like a tangle of briar and thorns, glistening with some sort of maroon sheen, not blood, not entirely at least. And then you remember, or I should say rather Poppy, you remember as you see what Ella's holding in her hand. Before Dew let you go, he implanted this in your body to track you, to hurt you, to change you. You don't know, but it's out now, and you begin to feel better by the minute. Which takes us to Dazzle and Klulik. Potion in hand, breaking and entering once again just like the good old days, before things got complicated, but also before you met the family, new and old, who you could hardly picture life without. As you have situated the shop and have the potion in hand, begin to make your way out, are you conversing at all? What are you doing?
I think I just grab her hand.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, real wings time now. Let's go. And like runs as quick as he can and takes off and is like tugging her at his flying speed to get
As
back.
you run, Dazzle,
Yeah.
even as you just begin to step away from the cage, this situation you find yourself in is familiar. It's content even. This is what you used to do, and this is much more of the Chirp that you used to know.
Dazzle's just so satisfied she got him to steal something.
These thoughts go through your mind, Dazzle, when suddenly you find yourself going limp. Oh no. And your hands and knees on the floor. You can't get a breath.
Oh.
What do you do?
Hey, are you okay? We gotta keep moving.
I don't think I can.
What do you mean?
I
What do you mean?
don't-
Come on.
I don't know. I don't,
I
oh,
got
no.
you. No, I got you. What is going on?
I think Poppy's okay.
Oh no.
From your knees to your back, you don't fully understand what's happening. It doesn't hurt, but you know, you feel it in your heart of hearts. You're dying. And Klulik, you can see it too.
Oh, here, buddy, here
I'm
you go.
gripping onto Klulik's hand, and I just kind of pull him because he was trying to like take off and flight, and I just kind of pull him down to the ground with me. And do you remember Fessenbora's wedding?
It was beautiful.
Klulik is taking the stopper off of the bottle of the panacea. He's like, just drink a little.
It feels like the last time we relaxed for a minute.
Well, we had a great day today, huh?
Yeah.
Come here.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, drink some of this.
And she just kind of like lays her head on his shoulder in the exact same way that she did when they sat under the tree before everything went to shit at Fessenbora's wedding, and just kind of like lays her head on him, gripping onto Klulik's hand.
Do you remember the time that they put us in jail with that weird old lady?
It's so old.
She had to have been like 30.
That's a lot in bird years.
And she gave us that bullshit map. And we got so excited. Keep drinking.
And she'll be taking sips on it. And Dazzle, if I can allow this to be true, Dazzle reaches into like her little hip satchel, and she does pull out the little like folded wooden play piece that they took from that, and just goes, I still never figured out what the hell this thing does.
You kept it.
Yeah, just a stupid game.
Yeah. That was the first time we ever pulled a heist together. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was. This one's pretty bad too.
You drink the panacea, and it does nothing. But you knew that it wouldn't. There is no cure for what you have.
Hey, I'm gonna throw exactly the party I saw tonight. I have it all. Now that you showed me, I know exactly how to do it. I'm gonna take care of it. It's gonna be beautiful. So many people are gonna spit on you.
Thank you. I love you, Klulik.
I love you too.
And I am proud of you. You've done a lot, and I was afraid I couldn't keep up, and I was trying to hold you back, and I'm sorry.
You weren't holding me back. Change is hard,
Change is really hard.
but I like you just the way you are.
Dazzle, you feel light on your face, though you're not sure where from. The dark of the night, the cold of the air, the musty smell of a small rural town all begin to fade.
Hey, you tell them all that I love them very much, okay?
I will.
And I think, sorry. Fuck.
It's okay. I'll tell them. And hey,
I think,
you tell Murray that we miss him.
okay, just don't let Ella feel bad. It's not her fault.
No, it's not. I won't let her.
Okay, you take care of
I'll
Ella.
take care of everybody. I promise. I promise.
You feel
I'm gonna miss you.
you feel warm, comfortable. And before you, Dazzle, as the light shines into your eyes, not blinding you, but welcoming you, you see a silhouette. Someone is there. And they approach until you see him properly. It's Murray. He's smiling warmly at you and extends a hand.
I just, instead of running to his hand, I run and I just like jump onto Murray and wrap my arms around him. Oh, it's good to see you.
I lost a bet. You got here too soon, kid. But I'm happy to see ya.
I feel like I kind of lost a bet too.
Dazzle,
There's your tears.
you go, and you are gone. Clulick, you feel Dazzle die in your arms. A tear streaking down the side of her face, but with a small smile to accompany it. And that is where we are ending for tonight. Thank you all so much for your wonderful donations as you hit that goal for us.
Yeah.
And now I am very happy to show you a vignette that carries a little bit more meaning than you might have realized at first, of Dazzle and Chirp's very first heist together. But before we cut to it, let's go around the table one more time, tell everyone who we are, who we've been, and where to find us.
Well, I am the imposter.
I knew it.
I've been
I got
Poppy
fooled.
the not poison. And when I'm me, I'm Gina DeVivo. You can find me online at Pocket Gina. Things are happening. Still, life's good. You can follow me on socials if you want to. I post usually my dogs and daily
And they're
life
the
and
best.
crafts.
They're incredible.
Beautiful baby, so do it.
Amazing. Hi, I'm Abria Iyengar. I'm going to change up this energy and say, suck it, I didn't die. I can't die. Amazing. You can follow me on social media at Quiddy, QIDDIE. Got a bunch of stuff going. Hopefully you came here from EXU, which is airing. EXU Kaimol is a two-parter. Today is part 2. Go catch the VODs on Critical Role's YouTube channel.
Which one's the real Abria and which one's the imposter?
I'm the real one!
Hi, I'm Anthony Carboni. I've been playing Clulick, your honest, forthright, and caring Aarakocra monk.
Finally!
And you can catch me on this channel Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with Sage, who is very much still alive. Sage is still good. Sage is fine. Yeah.
I can't die.
Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning for It's Too Early, and then I have a science comedy podcast with Jeff Canada called We Have Concerns, which you can listen to at wehaveconcerns.com. And I'm A Carboni everywhere on the internet except for here on Twitch, where I'm at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, it's mine. Give it back to me.
I'm Xander Genre, playing Kettle, your barbarian detective. And I find me on Twitter.
That was incredible.
Objection!
Perfect.
At Xanderific with 2 R's and 1 F. That's also my Twitch handle. You can catch me playing Witcher and Zelda. We're on Ocarina of Time. And also on another D&D campaign, Shikar, over on that Bronze Girls channel on Tuesday nights.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sage Ryan, and I have quite possibly for the last time been Dazzle, your fallen Asimar Sorlock.
Rip.
No, we're not having a
Dazzle.
Nah.
For
We already brought a
season
cast member back. Like, why would you
in-
do that twice?
Let's
We've already done
see.
that.
Right, exactly. Been there, done that. I'm not here to make everyone do it. So what's up? You can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Sage. You can find me on this channel all the time on Tuesdays for Bane's Break. We have episode 3 coming this coming Tuesday, and I think it's really good. All my friends are very talented.
Fully
and
funded.
fully funded. pushing
Some
towards
brand new stretch
incredible
goals.
stretch goals. Do check out our Indiegogo if you haven't already. Thank you for supporting our weird home game ideas that we just really enjoyed making together. And Curse is alive at least.
Yeah. Tattoo, right?
I am. I'm getting a Bane's Break tattoo because somebody activated that tier. So lots of fun perks like that over on the Indiegogo. There's other stuff, but rest in peace to Dazzle.
Oh boy.
Pour one out.
Rip in peace.
You're a black and
Physical character sheet.
Who are you?
That's a good tearing noise.
I'm very distressed.
You're open too.
oh my god.
That's too mean. That's hilarious.
Y'all, anyway, hi, I'm Kaylee Bray, and I have played Ella Britt, your incredibly ineffective cleric. Or very effective
Yeah,
cleric.
depending.
Makes a great muffin.
Your friends do be dying.
Makes a great muffin.
And apparently, my 500 Travers diamond got corrupted in the Feywild.
It was out of a
We'll
lamp.
resolve that next week.
Okay, that's fine. So just everyone knows that as I see some people getting a little comfortable in chat, get spicy again. You got a minute, baby.
Yeah, that's the big thing. We've only got a minute.
We only got 1 minute to say that.
Oh yeah, you guys. Next week's going to be fucking intense.
We got a minute.
Why?
Anyway,
Leave
you
it there.
can find me on Twitter at Hoffa Barbarian. Well, we'll probably be yelling about this. I do a bunch of other stuff. I'm the crowdfunding manager for Bane's Break in
Hell
addition
yeah.
to all the stuff
In
that we're doing.
addition to
Bane's
Neil, a
Break.
beer biter, goddammit.
I'm also I do the thing. So I got to write the stretch goals. So I decided with some help to swap out that order for the tattoo tier.
Kaylee's next, baby.
Yes, they'll get matching Bane's Break tattoos.
Get
that ink, baby.
So
Are they gonna have butts on them?
No, they're gonna be secret tattoos.
So yeah. So if the next person to get activated for the tattoo tier is gonna be me, you're welcome.
right.
Are
you
We
next?
have a bunch of
How many
other,
till
we have a
you
bunch
get
of really
here?
wonderful
I'm the next one.
stretch goals as well. Make sure you check them out. I'm gonna go recover in this corner. It's fine.
Hello, my name is Vince Casso. and
Murderer.
I'm a monster.
Yeah.
I
Killer.
have been your
I love
DM
this
for
for
the
you.
evening, who was looking forward to that twist
Evil.
so fucking hard.
Villain.
I can't even tell you.
Oh hell.
You can find me all over the internet at Vince Casso, Twitch, Insta, and on Twitter. And on here, on PixelCircus, quite often every Friday, obviously for this show, but every Tuesday at 6 for Bane's Break, which is still rolling out. Like they said, check out the campaign. We have brand new stretch goals. We're going to do some really amazing shit on that show.
True.
And just check out the campaign as it rolls out. It's a lot of fun and helps to flesh out even more of the lore of this world. But until then, enjoy Dazzle and Chirp's very first adventure together. And chew me out on the Discord.
And Dazzle's
If
last.
we both rolled bad, we both would have died.
It was always a possibility.
Woo!
Have a good
I
night.
had to choose between them.
Bye.
You monster. Should have get him.
Hey everybody, and thank you all so much for absolutely smashing that goal tonight. And I want to say I'm sorry for how intense tonight's episode got. Now, of course, these two have no idea what happened, but it'll just be a little secret between you and me, because, you know, we know what went down, and it was rough.
Honestly, I probably still don't know what happened. I have no sense of object permanence.
It's entirely possible, because honestly, you might be dead right now.
I know.
We don't know. We don't know.
might be
Who
dead.
knows?
You might be dead.
Anyway, let's send off on a slightly more lighthearted note as we take a small look back into the origins of one of Failed Save's most iconic duos, Dazzle and, as we knew him then, Chirp. Now, Dazzle, we are taking you all the way back, before the rebellion, before the party, even. If you could, tell us a little about who you are in the here and now, if not only as a refresher for our viewers, and where you've come from to get here.
Yeah, so Dazzle at this time looks somewhat similar. Her hair a little more kind of long and straggly and unkempt. Her clothing definitely looks stolen recently. It doesn't look like sorceress or warlocky in any way. It is just a dress that she picked up off of somewhere or someone. And she doesn't have her wings at all.
Which you were very bummed about to find out.
Yeah. I realized we're going back to this. She does not have her wings, so she's just a pasty short girl at this point. That's all
True
that
to
Dazzle
life.
is at this point. Very recently having...
Did you typecast yourself?
Yeah. Very recently having escaped the cult, having left the kind of grips of her father in the cult of Draenanud, and is...
college.
As some way call it, college.
College.
And has been just kind of taking to the streets and trying to figure out where she belongs in this, watching people pick up various kind of little like grifts and games, and doing whatever she can to very much scrap by for the first time in her life.
For sure, awesome. And Chirp, very much the same for you. Let's roll back the clock and get a look into what Chirp was like before the retirement home, before everything. What led him to where we find him right now?
Well, Chirp grew up in a very corrupt monastery. He was told his entire life that he was being trained for religious purposes, and he was just being trained to be a child thief, and decided one day that he was tired of it because the fledglings were horribly mistreated, and went to escape with his friend Silas, and in a moment of weakness, left Silas to get caught and stole a very important artifact from the monastery instead and ran away. And he has been basically just running small cons and little grifts and stealing and thieving. He too looks very different than he does now. Number one, because 7 is very old for a bird. Chirp is.
We don't have old man Klulik right now.
No, if Klulik is dead, it's fine because he was middle aged anyway. But Chirp is still a young man, and he is unlike Dazzle. He has his ascetic robes, but also like lots of little jewelry, lots of beads and things in his feathers.
Yeah.
Like he's living it up.
Beautiful. And so it is. An Aarakocra from Shirohane and a lab experiment Asimar from Utumstande have spent the last several months pulling little scams, heists, and petty thieveries across Suncrest, the Peninsula, and the Northern Khazaric Empire, although not together at this point in time, using their talents separately. And those talents, while not terribly wanting, certainly could do with a bit of a hone.
How dare.
They've crossed paths a dozen or so times by sheer happenstance, often very briefly, and have helped one another out of a tight spot here and there when a grift goes a little awry or one of them finds themselves in lockup, but they've never truly collaborated, knowing each other only in passing.
The helper would never admit to helping, and the helped would never admit they needed it at this point.
Yeah. Unfortunately, neither of them will be quite so lucky today, I'm afraid, as you both find yourselves locked away in an urban jail in the northern Khazaric city of Gunung. Locked up, I'll remind you, for entirely separate crimes. You realized you both were here only when you were dragged in at the same time and thrown in together.
How dare you! I hate you! Get me out of here! I didn't do any.
Hey,
Get me out of here! I didn't do anything! Hey.
I bet you did.
This is ridiculous! The Khazaric Empire is corrupt!
All
Bunch
right.
of pencil pushers!
Can it?
Ah!
And you get a bun thrown at you.
Hey, hold on!
Yeah, that's right. He likes me better. I got a bun.
Nuh-uh, that was to shut you up!
Well, it
He
didn't
made
work.
lots of noise. I throw things at him.
Yeah.
And I'm
Go
just
ahead.
going to like
Go ahead, speak. Pretty bird. Pretty bird.
Ironic coming from you, isn't it?
That's the joke.
I'm gonna take any like little metal things that I have out of my pockets, which are like probably the tiniest bits of like money and just like little like scraps of honestly like what I've kind of bent in to try and look
Yeah.
like money.
You didn't
and I'm
empty
just
your pockets?
clanking them on the like bars of this thing.
We didn't think her dress would have pockets.
Yeah, most
Dresses
don't.
never have pockets.
That's fair.
rarely
That's
do.
100% fair.
You know what? You get one too. Roll a dexterity check to catch it in your mouth.
I don't know what my modifier is at
I
level
should
1.
say, you opened your mouth as I was still reaching for it. You don't know for sure what he threw.
No, and I rolled a 4. What can you do with a 4, Vince?
I'll say you get a face full.
Can I?
Oh no.
Vince,
Yes?
I just rolled a nat 20. May I catch her bun in my beak?
This goes from bad to worse as Dazzle was about to get a face full of rotten tomato. You, in all of your gluttony and hubris, move to intercept it and get a beak full of rotten, squishy, wet tomato.
So what'd you do?
I had 4 penny whistles and 5 rings, and I want them all back. She got to keep her stuff.
You'll get them when you serve your time.
I only had 3 rings.
Nice.
Count the rings.
What did you do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Look, I may have pickpocketed somebody, and then when the guard came over to talk to us about it, I may have pickpocketed the guard. Was that a bit much? I don't know.
You need
Less tomato?
magic. Do you use magic?
Well. Oh, and there was a necklace.
Oh, no. Yeah, you mean this?
Hey, that's a very important religious artifact. No, listen, that is
Can I have it?
You know what?
that is sacrilege. If you put that on, that is completely sacrilegious. You are making fun of my religious
right
rights.
Here. Just outside of your reach.
It's a very powerful religious artifact.
Does it do magic?
Sure.
You can't use it for magic, can you?
I don't know. You say you have magic. I haven't seen you use it.
And I will just like light my hands lightly with like a little bit of a celestial kind of like glow to them.
Okay, cool.
Great.
When I get my necklace back, I owe you 1 glowy hand.
Or we could get the hell out of here.
You hear a sound from the corner of. Like, it's just hot buns right now. Just hot potato reference. I'm not sure if that came across. You know what? We're moving on.
Okay.
You hear a sound from the corner of the cell, sort of a groan, like, ah, and you realize you have a cellmate. Looking over and pelting her with a bun, you see a half-elf, seriously wounded and curled up in the corner with stringy, matted brunette hair, olive-toned skin, and bloodshot gray eyes. She's wearing what looks like formal attire, though it's now in tatters, and a bit of wax remains where it appears she tried to conceal the point of her ears.
Hey, little
On
help.
her wrist, is a small tattoo, just visible through the blood, of the outline of a book with a star on the cover. She was here when you arrived, though you hadn't really thought she was more than a pile of cloth in the corner, and she looks like she's had quite a rough few days. She notices you finally here in the cell.
I can't believe you threw something at the old person.
Little help. That's mine.
And she reaches a hand, not holding the bun, which she's just allowed to roll off to the side. She reaches a hand out to you, trying to give you something, and it looks like she's muttering something. Her
Does it look
lips are
valuable?
moving. It seems to be totally concealed in her hand.
You touch her. I don't like old people.
She looks like she's perhaps in her early 30s.
Oh, gross.
Also, I turn around and I go, part-time old person, and I'll mask many faces into the face I used for Lady Catherine, and then push it back up.
And she reaches out and tries to focus her eyes on you, and is reaching out as she says this. You gotta take it. Please, I couldn't, but the Empire can't have it.
No, take it if it's from the Empire.
Only a team can do it. The right team. Please. And she hands you.
I'm not a team, but I'm
Yeah,
very
we
effective.
don't know any teams, but thank you.
As she hands it off, she leans back against the wall, and she moves her arm to cover her face, and you watch as in only a couple of seconds, her breaths slow and then stop, and she dies.
Was this keeping her alive?
What she handed you appears to be a folded bit of parchment.
So that's...
I'll open it up.
You see what appears to be a roughly sketched battle plan of sorts. You recognize the roads drawn onto it as being here in Gunung. On that road is drawn a carriage surrounded by guards, and an arrow points to it, which reads Fake Courier. Further down the street, at a distance from the carriage, a dot is circled, and an arrow pointing to it reads Real Courier. Dressed to blend in, Intel says he's a pale dwarf with a scar under his nose. Finally, below all of this map and information is a drawing of what looks like it could be perhaps a chessboard, but encrusted in gems and gold. And the label reads, Palette of Threads, Magi Artifact, with a question mark, followed by priceless.
Now I have to say, who writes that much secret information, even on a secret document?
The person who just gave us the plans to get to something priceless.
You know,
Yeah, that's awesome.
if she hadn't just died, I would have sworn this was a grift.
And I'm like gonna look at her hella dead.
Just like foaming, just like blood.
Either she is so committed to the grift and honestly, respect, or something great just fell into her hands.
Hey, tool of the system. Hey,
The guards appear to have left, and you're not getting a response.
I want you to know, if you can hear this, that you are not supposed to leave us unsupervised.
What's the...
And there is a dead body in the
Roll me
cell.
perception.
This is not sanitary.
It's a 17 on the die?
Good enough. We're assuming you have at least like a +2 right now.
Yeah.
Well, you are confronting the problem of getting out, of course, but you're taking in the cell around you. Is
Yeah,
that right?
I'm trying to find a weak spot that I could blast through.
Great. Well, Dazzle, thinking this through and looking around your surroundings, the way back through the jail itself is probably littered with guards, but you do spy something curious on the wall of your cell, the outer wall. The stone is a little bit worn away, and the mortar is missing from a section of it, evidently by water erosion leaking from above. What that water might be, need not question it. This has also weakened the frame of the metal window, as that metal has rusted somewhat.
I keep a lockpick. Up in my bit.
I'm just
Oh my
gonna
God, did I
elegant
swallow the
blast through
lockpick?
there.
I swallowed a lockpick.
You're super gonna die.
As we...
Not just right now. I mean, at some point I swallowed a lockpick.
How long has it been since you got the lockpick?
Less than 7 days. I haven't passed it.
Eldritch Blast.
As we pontificate on Chirp's Bezoar forming in his gut right now, we blast a hole in the outer wall of the cell. In fact, while the wall doesn't entirely give way, it certainly blows the rock out just enough to push by it. The explosion also, I'll mind you, shaking the room enough to knock your necklace off the table it was placed on and just in reach through the bars.
Very important religious artifact.
Dazzle, by the way, you've had a different name every time I've met you.
Chirp Burbington.
And then I'll just like kick a little bit more of the stone out of the wall and climb through.
Yeah. Well, free air.
Bye, dead lady.
I know that's not your real name.
You're out, at least for the time being, and in the city of Gunung. Once a collaboratively Aarakocran and Dwarven settlement, and then an Aarakocran, Dwarven, and Elven town as Verdani's power rose, it is now a border Khaziric city, and while it bears unmistakably the cultural imprint of its founding, it has soured under Khaziric rule. Their traditional sense of brutalism, process, and efficiency blunting even the artistic strength of the Aarakocra. Nonetheless, many storied buildings, hewn of stone and shaped of plaster, colored in a variety of floral and pastel tones, still line thriving city streets. Those same streets, mind you, which now find a familiar carriage proceeding down them, flanked by guards. A carriage indicated as the fake courier on the parchment you were given. What do you do?
She didn't say what to do with the fake one or the real one.
I mean, the fake one's a distraction, right? We don't care about the fake one.
Oh, do we have to keep... Do we kill the real one?
Why are we killing anyone?
It wasn't specified.
If you just want to steal something, you just steal something. Why do you have to kill somebody? That's not like a prerequisite to stealing, you know.
But people don't just let you steal things.
No. Clearly, we were both just in jail.
Right, maybe we... Anyways.
You can go to...
And I'll start
So we
moving
want to find
towards
the real courier.
the real courier.
So you're trying to get out to the street and spy the pale dwarf you were indicated on as being the real courier. Is that right? Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
People count as a team?
No.
Word. So you do manage to make your way out to the street. I'd like you both to roll me a perception check if you're looking for that real courier.
I'll tell you what. This used to be a much cooler city. As the Kazuric move in here more and more, I'm telling you, it's all just cubes. All they like is cubes.
Huh, I've been kept in the brick basement of a tower for most of my life. That's surprising.
So all you've seen is cubes.
Yeah.
You get out of there, you get out of a basement and you come here and all it is cubes
More
now.
cubes.
I kind of assumed it was all cubes. Was it not always cubes?
Oh, it used to be so cool.
How the Giuseppe's doing?
Badly.
Nice. What'd you get?
That's a 3.
On the die, sick.
No, that's
Total?
a 3.
Sick.
So I've got a 3 on the die. I'm going to say that's probably about a 5.
Sick. So also, yeah, you make it out to the street, but it is unusually busy today. You are being jostled and bumped around by various people out and about as it is in the early afternoon.
Watch it. Hey, watch it.
Now, this
Hey,
might be
watch it.
This might be good to conceal you from possible pursuit from the guards in the prison, but it also makes finding this dwarf, this courier, rather difficult. How else might you choose to solve that problem?
I'm going up. I'll be right back.
Wait.
And Chirp is just going to fly up a little bit and land on a roof and try to look around again.
Perfect.
I had wings.
Yeah, wings are dope. You super wish you had wings. Be quiet.
Simultaneously, Dazzle, do you want to try anything yourself or let Chirp scope it out?
Yeah, no, while he goes to scope it out, around the courier and like the people, there were guards that were guarding the
With the
fake
carriage,
one, right?
yes.
I would like to mask of many faces to try and look like one of those guards.
Oh, spicy.
Yeah.
And with what objective? What are you trying to do? Just like to look like that in general?
I'm going to move towards the fake courier, but I want to keep Chirp in sight as like a backup of like, if anything goes wrong, either I can come arrest him or I can intervene in some capacity. I'm letting him go for his plan, but I'm backup.
Chirp
Great.
is looking down, sees her mask of many faces, and tries to make a complex hand motion that says, "Don't kill any guards. You don't need to kill any guards."
And she just like regal waves back at you.
It's a 19.
Nice. I was going to leave you advantage for that check, actually. But
Let me go again.
Yeah, roll again, see if you get a nat 20.
Yeah. That was a 17 on the die, so no.
Sick.
No.
Okay, so 19, that's actually quite good. You do indeed spot someone who could match the description you were given on the parchment. A stout, pale dwarf clad in traveling leathers, and from the looks of it, fairly well armed. He's making his way through the crowds, tailing the fake courier by possibly 20 or 30 yards, trying to stay out of sight. And it looks like he's carrying a knapsack and doesn't appear to be the kind of person you'd want to tangle with.
The courier. The courier.
Jason, call!
I just flip him off, and then I go and like saddle up with the other guards, and I'm going to stand behind them. So not necessarily to catch their line of sight, but just following behind them as close to the real courier as possible.
Chirp
Beautiful.
flies down from the roof and is going to tail the courier who is tailing the fake courier.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
When Chirp flies in, I see this as a great opportunity. I'm going to tackle the real courier
Oh my god.
out of protection.
Yeah.
For this person that's flying in to potentially attack. Because
Yards behind!
I am an armed guard. It is my position to do so.
Indeed,
Bad plan! Bad plan!
You are masked.
Yeah.
Indeed. Roll me, I want to see a performance or deception check with advantage.
Love advantage. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I rolled 2 10s on that die, but
Performance or deception. Let's see what that
I'm
modifier looks like.
very good at deception.
Yeah.
I will say, obviously, I have my current character
Or
sheet
was
up.
she just lying?
Currently, I have a +8 to deception.
Okay.
So I
That
don't
was
know
based on
that
a
would've been-
charisma modifier.
Yeah.
Is that
Charisma
right?
is always my high stat.
And you took it as a proficient skill? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you'd have a +2 by default because
Yep.
of proficiency. And your charisma modifier probably started as a what, +3, +2 or 3? Your spellcasting modifier is charisma, right?
Yes.
You probably have a +5 to it at early levels.
So it's a 15.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's really not bad. One thing you notice as you go and tackle the courier,
Oh, jeez.
the other guards
I say, look out!
Get down, Mr. President! The other guards don't seem...
Chirp, who's like 15 yards back, is like,
The other guard... I also love you tackle him and not Chirp.
Protective.
Definitely, obviously, clearly. It counts. You tackle him down, and you notice the other guards, who for a moment stand at attention, like ready to throw down, look at who you've tackled, and they seem to be like, oh, they have a face on. Let's see how well you can pick up on this.
They don't know.
They have a face on this like, oh, it's just one of the police, like, tackling a ruffian or something. And they all go back to their route. However, the dwarf below you is very confused. You can see there's a hand on his dagger, but he doesn't seem to want to fight one of the Kaziric guards. There's more just a befuddled look on his face as he says, "What are you doing?"
Protecting you, of course.
If anything, you've made me. I'm supposed to be low-key.
Chirp walks up, hands folded in his arms, in front of him. Just hands, arms, wings.
All elbows and wrists.
Everything is folded, very
not
proper.
untackled.
He walks
Gordian
up,
knot of limbs.
just walks up and goes,
Please, gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. My name is Brother Chirp. I'm from the Order of the Immaculate Morality, and
Okay.
I hate to surely this poor man has not done so much that you need to physically accost him in the street. Is this what's become of the great Kaziric Empire? Sir, are you all right?
Roll me a persuasion or deception check. I'll let you choose that one.
If I may give him any kind of help on this.
it's a 16.
I'm going to start crying.
Guard is gonna break down.
Yeah, I think this is what's become of us.
Oh.
I don't know.
No, you're under a lot of stress. These men, they're under so much stress. to
It's really
protect
hard
the
times here.
Empire.
No one asked about our feelings.
And I understand.
The
I
dwarf
understand.
gets up.
Are you all right,
All right,
sir?
relax. God, what is going? Just chill.
I'd like to. Oh shit. I don't do it, but I try to.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I tried to pickpocket the dwarf.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah,
What'd you roll?
an 11.
Where's that hand picking?
Hey, where's that hand picking?
There was a knapsack.
He has a backpack
Yeah.
on, which seems to contain some kind of object.
He's going for the backpack as he's helping the
okay.
dwarf up.
We are going to contest that roll.
To see if he can like just undo the flap or something as he's getting up so something can slide out.
Hey, buddy.
No, like, are you good? Are you all right?
Get in there.
Because you're gonna. He's a dwarf. He's stocky, so I'm
Yeah.
one hand on his shoulder.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8 total for pickpocketing?
11.
Oh no,
Oh,
11.
an 11. Okay. You can help him here, but he needs help.
Excellent. I'm on it. So what I will do is I will minor illusion their bag on the floor where I've like helped them up from to make it seem like they dropped it
Okay.
to distract them.
Wow, interesting. Okay, roll me again a deception to see how well you sell this.
You forgot to say at advantage?
No.
No, you did. You did forget.
That didn't count.
I
Into the
neglected.
Dice. No, like genuinely, I didn't cock to the other
You
dice.
neglected to say it, so we're giving the opportunity now.
I'm
Deception?
good, actually. Yeah.
15.
Oh, damn. Okay, that combined, by your powers combined, certainly this will work. Form of a knapsack. This will certainly work. Yeah, he gets up, he's dusting himself off, and you can see he took kind of a fall there. He took a proper tumble when you tackled his ass in the street. And people have formed around you, like looking and like trying to like move around. They see a cop's here and they're like, oh, like I don't know what.
As
just copping.
As Chirp takes whatever's in the backpack out of the backpack, he's going to help put it back on so she can get rid of the minor illusion of the other backpack. Put it back on, and he's going to look at the crowd as he stuffs whatever this thing is into his robe and go, see, we see the Kaziric as coming in on our territory, but all they want is to peacefully coexist, and we can peacefully coexist with them.
All right, this one's coming with me, and I'm
Wow!
going to out of here.
Wow! I was wrong! Rise up! Rise up!
And so, correct. You sort of like mime with the minor illusion because you can't like interact with it. But
Correct.
You mime sort of like as if you were picking it up and going behind him and like putting
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
backpack.
And then
Okay,
I
tracking.
put the backpack on, the real
Yeah.
one.
Great. So he gets up, dusts himself off, and clearly does not want to be in any sort of attention right now. And actually, with surprising adeptness,
Yeah.
he turns and almost vanishes to your eye. It just becomes part of the crowd as he
That
goes
dwarf's
back to
name
rejoin
was Robert Pattinson.
to rejoin the caravan.
And I'll just pull on Chirp's wing and like take off at my highest running speed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
To get behind like a building or something. I mean, honestly, I've been living on the streets, so I probably know a bunch of little
For
like
sure, yeah.
kind of broken down entrances to abandoned buildings or somewhere
I
that I
will
could
say
like squat.
you don't run into a lot of trouble, as obviously the people of Gunung don't really want to tangle with the Kaziric enforcers all that much. The Mirovnik, if you remember from earlier episodes.
Of course we do.
However, yes, you'll get through there perfectly fine, ducking away into an alley or an old building. What do you do from there?
I want to say that Chirp is following at walking speed. Chirp is not running.
Pulling on.
No, hey, you don't run. It makes you look suspicious.
I'm the cop.
That's especially suspicious.
Once we get in there, I'll just be like, okay.
Penny whistle. Penny whistle.
Why do you have so many penny whistles?
Half a bun.
I'll eat it.
It's a little tomatoey, but it's good. It's holding up.
And
Something.
Yes, you have it. It is wrapped in cloth, and it seems much smaller than you expected based on the drawing, and feels that there are moving or hinged parts inside.
okay.
Opening it, you indeed find a wooden board, but one that's been folded over or collapsed into itself. It seems able to unfold in sections, and each section has a dozen or more that can be folded, unfolded, or rotated, almost like a Rubik's Cube in multiple
I've seen
parts.
this. When you're waiting outside of the fights, you unfold it and it's like a combination chair and table.
Each square of the board is adorned with a symbol, similar to tarot.
Wait, I was wrong.
But they mean very little to you. Most notably, however, the board is not covered in gold and gems like the illustration implied, but features a single dab of gold right at its center, roughly the size of a small coin. Looking closer, the gold is streaked with rutilations, almost like threads running across its surface, but that's all. The rest is simply a very nice wooden board.
Chirp pulls out his thieves' tools and gets out just a little like file, like /pry, and is like,
Well, this is the only part that's worth anything.
Yeah, probably.
and tries to get the gold out of the center of the board.
I'd say it wouldn't even take much effort. You can pry that sucker out. Seems like it was carefully inlaid, but
How
not...
valuable is it looking?
I'd say it looks to be perhaps a couple ounces of gold at the most. It's not worth nothing, but it's not the priceless fortune you were anticipating.
Well, it's lunch.
This isn't priceless at all. It literally said priceless, and this is an exact price. An
Listen.
amount of gold is a price.
Listen, when elves...
We measure prices in gold.
Sure, it's the standard by which all currency is backed, and
So-
I've just made that canon. Now,
when we trade in gold, why did it say priceless? And I'm
Listen,
gonna pull the
I'll
paper
tell you,
back
hey,
out.
Hey, because elves and humans and other mammalian such creatures are dumb for religion. Look at this. This is clearly some sort of frickin' religion thing.
Hang on, a few minutes ago you said that you were wearing a priceless religious amulet.
Yeah, and I am.
A priceless religious artifact.
Yeah. What's the question? Some religions are real and some aren't.
Is there something I missed on this paper?
Yeah. A real treasure,
illustration
because
was
it's not on there.
It was of a board of this description, but apparently whoever wrote that thought it was much more valuable than it was.
Do you think it's a game? Have you seen any of these before?
No, I haven't seen most things.
What do you do with the board, and what do you do with the gold?
He's got the gold. I will take the board. And I'll just
Well,
keep, like,
Good
looking at it
heist,
and stuff.
50-50 split. Thank you so much.
Absolutely
Wonderful
not.
working with you. Fine, let's go split the gold.
So, although the bounty may not have been as much as you expected, it'll still pay for some meals and lodging for some time, even for both of you.
How do you feel about fancy robes?
That sounds incredible.
I bet it does. Let's go
Hey.
get you a fancy robe.
Okay, I'm trying to keep moving.
Yeah.
Like,
To the store to get a fancy robe.
no,
Get
like,
change for our gold, and
like
then you can
out
go
of
wherever.
this city. Out
Oh.
of.
Listen, of course, nobody wants to stay in a Kaziric city. But first, robe, then move. Right?
You want to go together?
Sure, to the robe store. We'll figure everything else out from there.
And so, although these are humble beginnings, it turns out Chirp and Dazzle made a rather good team. And this was, as you all know, the start of something truly magical. And for what it's worth, it's probably best they do go find themselves in the robe store, as I believe I can hear prison guards nearing. But that is where we leave off. And of course, you know the rest of the story in Campaign 1 and now 2 of Failed Save. Thank you all again so much for smashing that goal. Thank you to Chirp and Dazzle for the wonderful little adventure they shared with us there. And I'll see you all next week.
And
on
thank
Failed
you,
Save.
Vince.
We'll see you where everyone's still alive.
Everyone's canonically still alive, and
Maybe.
the economy is backed by the gold standard.